Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. It's another early morning. That can only mean one thing. Of course, it is a deadline stream ahead of Game Week 10. I can already see we've got so many absolute legends in the chat already. Turkey in a Bush, one of our channel moderators, and of course channel members. He asks how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good as well, mate. And Andy as well in here. Hassan's in here. Tom's in here as well. We've got lots of questions to get through already this early in the morning, so we're going to do that. Hopefully answer many today will be answered. I hope. I really do hope. As you can tell, it is early morning and my voice is always a little bit raspy this time, but it will kick in eventually, hopefully. It's always a little bit like puberty voice, isn't it, where it's like high and low, but it eventually will kick in. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're all doing good as well. No FPL Tim today. FPL Tim's not making an appearance after last night. Hopefully he doesn't again. Interestingly, my my dad texts me, and basically his girlfriend as well texts me, and they both text me and said, "Hope you're alright, FPL Tim." Afterwards, so thank you for that one. The joke did continue in my family chat as well, so really love that one. I also can't believe Saka went up last night. Who's bringing him in this week? Who's bringing him in? Honestly, FPL Coin as well. Oh mate. FPL Coin, he's back as well. He is back, he is here. Don't worry, we've still got the coin. The elusive coin is still here as well. Tim time will come, I think. Obviously, guys, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure as well you are hitting that subscribe button. We did manage to hit 10k the other day, which was absolutely immense, by the way. So thank you very much for that, helping us hit that goal. It's something I have been striving towards for a while, so thank you for helping me hit that one. Of course, now there has to be a new goal. It's just the way that YouTube goes. And basically, we're going to try and hit 15k by the end of the season. It's a big goal. It's a lot of subs we've got to get in, but hopefully we can achieve that goal. And like I said, if you do enjoy the content, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. FPL towers are truly washed. Yeah, mate, they are taking some bribes this season. I think it's just ruining the game a little bit. Them being so secretive with the prices this year. It's not great. Any news on Gvardiol, McNeil and Wood? Basically, no. I think out of all of those options there, maybe McNeil has the best chance of playing. Sackett is the 4th most transferred in player. To be fair, then maybe. I don't know who's bringing him in, though, for this week. I really don't. 8:50 p.m. in New Zealand, so good evening. Well, thank you. We've got quite a few people from New Zealand on. I know Shane's also messaged me on Twitter as well this morning. Like I said, we will be doing team reviews over on Twitter as well, so my Twitter handle is somewhere down the bottom, at FPLTom_. Get your teams sent over to me, and we'll do a good batch of those, probably around about 9 o'clock. Is that a Mansfield Town shirt? It is. It's just like a sweat top. Very nice little sweat top. It's a little bit cold in the UK right now. Temperature's starting to drop, so you do need these. Oh, and yeah, we can't forget about the second channel as well. We're hitting up Latvia this week. So, yeah, there'll be another video out potentially next week as well. Yeah, Eze's gone. Eze is gone. They said yesterday he's going to miss the next 2 games, so Eze is gone. Prefer Son or Saka on a wild card? If you went with Son, I'd captain him at 11 and transfer in Saka for 12. It's not a bad idea, and I definitely think Son is one of the best captaincy options. However, he's not been confirmed like 100% fit. So, yeah. It's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. Right, let's have a look how my team's lined up for this week then. Pretty much there's probably going to be absolutely no changes for the side, to be honest. This is how we're going to roll for this week. We're just going to stick with this. I don't think there's any players that I'm absolutely desperate for. I can't get to Cunha unless we take a -4 and take out Sharda. I'm happy with all the premiums we've got. I'm pretty happy with the defence, how it's lining up as well. So, yeah, I think we're just going to roll this week and take 2 into next week. Again, assess the situation. I would like Cunha for Calvert-Lewin. But again, let's wait and see. Maybe it could be Haaland taken away, but I don't really want to take Haaland out before Bournemouth. So, yeah, let's wait and see on that one. What other questions have we got? Good morning, FPL Tom. Thank you for the content this week regarding captaincy. All the best this game week. No worries, man. Thank you very much for appreciating it. Yeah, it's been a topsy-turvy week, hasn't it? Really, we've ended up with Salah, as our captain. I just think Bournemouth are pretty terrible as a side. So yeah. Morning, Laura. How's it going? She says, morning, Tom. Would you start Konate or Mikalenko? I would probably go Konate. Liverpool are at home. And yeah, Liverpool are at home. They're the best side for XG conceded. So I'd go with Konate. Although you could end up with some bench points either way, whichever way you went on that one. Will Gabriel be fine? Yes, Arteta said that he should be available. But again, do we trust Arteta? Again, leave that up to your own devices. I have seen some other accounts on Twitter as well saying that he will be fit and available for the game, so I wouldn't worry too much. Evening, Tom. Good luck for your Latvia trip. Great country. Lots of Latvian expats on the UK. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's going to be another country, another new ground, and hopefully the video continues to do well because that channel is smashing it out the park. The Stockholm video is like close to 100k views, which is mental to say the least. Genuinely mental to say the least. So yeah, I'm loving making content on that channel as well. So like I said, make sure you are heading over to that one as well and dropping a sub, dropping some comments, all good stuff. Best 7.5 to 6.5 million midfielders. I think for the next upcoming weeks, Garnacho definitely falls into that bracket, doesn't he? I think as well, Buemo's now been miles out of that price range, but prior he would have been in there, but now he's obviously, I think he's like 7.8, 7.9. He's gone up again. Yeah, and Buemo's one of those. Bowen could also be a pretty decent shout within that price bracket. Will McNeil start? He's not in a lot of the predicted lineups I've seen, so probably not is going to be my guess on that one. Big decision for me, Trent plus Rodgers or Virgil plus Garnacho. I think Rodgers could see less minutes over the next few weeks, so I think maybe going Virgil Garnacho could be a better option. Emery came out in his presser, I think it was the post last game week, where he brought him off and said Rodgers looked a little bit leggy. They've obviously got Champions League, this busy fixture congestion period coming up over December. So yeah, maybe it could be Virgil and Garnacho are the ones. Is Aït-Nouri worth it? He's on 4 yellows. Yeah, that is a problem if he picks up one more. He will be suspended. We all know that. But realistically, I'm probably holding, right, Aït-Nouri. Let's get his fixtures up. I'm probably holding Aït-Nouri till like game week 18. That's when I'm going to shift it off. So if he does pick up a yellow, he is just going to miss one of these games. Now, I know there's some absolute corkers in here, playing all the bottom 3, all the newly promoted clubs, but yeah, I think you're holding him till 18. So if he does miss one, it's a bit unfortunate, but you've still got 7 amazing fixtures here that you are going to want to play him for. So yeah, I don't think it's the be all and end all. Let's put it that way. But I would say, obviously, if you do plan on playing him every single week, obviously do just be cautious with that one. Falls on Haaland to Raul and Rodgers to Salah for a -4. Yeah, not for me. Not for a -4, I don't think. If you were to create a head-to-head for Castle versus Arsenal, what would it be? 15-man squad? Jesus. I mean, that's some question. I haven't got all day. It probably would be majority Arsenal, and then you'd probably have to throw maybe Isak up top and maybe Anthony Gordon on the left and Saka on the right. That's probably the way it would go. Everyone else probably be from Arsenal, wouldn't they? Flecken or Fabianski? I mean, we still don't know if Fabianski's definitely going to play this week. But you could throw him in and hope for the best. No, I don't think it is worth holding on to Keane. Obviously, Branthwaite is back. I've seen it Branthwaite in a few predicted lineups as well. I haven't seen Keane feature in those predicted lineups. So for me, I do feel like it will be Branthwaite that will start. I can add Bowen, but do I bench Solanke? I mean, Solanke's been really, really poor, hasn't he? Like, there's no getting around it. He has been dismal. Genuinely dismal. So, yeah. Who've West Ham got this week? Forest. It's not an easy fixture away at Forest. Like I said, they've also been really, really sturdy defensively. So, might not be the best game, but again, it's up to you. Yeah. That's usually the way it goes with me with Trent as well. I don't think I've ever had a period where I've had a good like Trent haul out of him. He's always like 2 pointers, and then as soon as I sell him, he'll go on a monster haul. Strand Larsen's not bad, but I would try and find that extra million to go and get Cunha. On corners, potentially on penalties as well. Yeah, it's not worth it. If Aït-Nouri's price goes up again, wonderful stuff. Let's put it that way, wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Make sure you're getting those likes in as well. We've already got over 100 of you in today's stream, which is absolutely mesmeric. If we could get to 50 likes, that would be massively appreciated by me. Also, get your votes in on the captaincy poll for this game week as well. Currently, Salah edging it with 48%, but it is very tight between him and Erling Haaland. I do feel that's probably the way it is going to go this game week as well. It could be a massive swing if one of them pops off and one of them doesn't as well. Some people don't own either. Some people don't own one or the other as well. So, could be some huge rank swings this week. Really, really good. So let me know which way you're going with captaincy. Obviously, if you're putting other down as well, let me know who that other player is. Are Bournemouth a team to consider? Not this week. Probably the week after they've played City. Yeah, then they go on a nice run of fixtures. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, everyone that's helped me hit 10k, really, really appreciate everybody, to be honest. Absolute legends, as always. 112 in the chat. Fire. Love it. You love to see it, don't you? Yeah, Diblin's one of those where it's like, I think people that went there, yeah, probably a little bit of a trap, isn't it? I think we've just got to select a 4.5 and hope for the best. I don't know about whether Dalot will start, but I think he will. Like, I don't know whether or not the new manager's going to like him or hate him, whatever, but I still think he'll start. I wouldn't be buying Højlund, no. Again, we got a new manager. We don't know which way he's going to prefer. I think I was reading as well, he'd actually prefer to play Xerxes, who would probably be more of, I would say, a Gorkarez style. So I'd probably go Visser. Salah versus Brighton or Haaland versus Bournemouth. Surely Bournemouth are the worst team. You'd think that, but Bournemouth this season have been a lot better expected goals-wise compared to Brighton. Brighton have been very leaky. They're going to be without their captain, Lewis Dunk, as well. So, yeah, not good. 8 Nuri for captain game week 11. Bro, he's going to be suspended for game week 11. He's going to miss one of his best fixtures, isn't he? Good morning, Timmy. Are you live for 4 hours? It looks that way, doesn't it? We'll be live till 11 o'clock. Yes, we will be live till 11 o'clock. Options on Ruter, want to roll till game week 12. Yeah, he's not bad, but remember, João Pedro's coming back from an injury, so could potentially impact that one. Gabriel looks like he should be playing as well. So yeah, is it worth bringing in Son for Luis Diaz? I mean, Son, I would probably say, is a good captaincy option for next week. Then you'd have the City game to contend with. Then there's some alright fixtures. So as long as you're happy playing, you know, him in game week 12 against against City, then be my guest. He's got a pretty good record as well. And maybe with some injuries for Manchester City, might not be the worst option. I still probably would go 8 Nuri over Tsimikas. I still probably would, for me, personally. Yeah. I mean, considering the next two, but you could also argue that if Tsimikas drops a stinker this game, what's to stop him being dropped? You know what I mean? Like, Robbo made a mistake, and then that was it. Do keep those questions coming in, guys. Like I said, if we could get to 50 likes, that would be massively appreciated. So make sure you are hitting that like button as always as well. We have news on Gabriel. Let me get the quote up from yesterday. Let me get these up. So the quote from Gabriel was this. He's confirmed that he'll be in the squad to face Newcastle, and if he makes it through today's training session, so I think he'll be fine. I won't worry too much about Gabriel. Pep Guardiola basically gave us absolutely nothing, so we're pretty much relying on leaks, to be honest, in terms of those City boys and what to do with those. So that's a little bit of a problem. Ferguson versus Pedro. I know the penalties are there, but new BPS favours Big Fergie, in my opinion. The thing is, Ferguson's just coming back from a long-term injury. Welbeck's been absolutely smashing it as the forward as well, so I probably wouldn't go near either at the moment, for me personally. Tempted to play Rodgers over Slanky. It's not the worst idea in the world. It genuinely isn't. Van der Ven out. Tottenham could be a little bit leggy in terms of the defence as well. If you want to add it to my most recent tweet, just add it to my most recent tweet. Just leave it under there. And yeah, we'll get round to it. Is Palmer a captaincy option? I think prior to Eric being sacked, yes. Now that he's been sacked and there's probably going to be a little bit of an uplift in performance, we saw that midweek, probably would say no. But I still think he could be a decent player to have this week. Let's put it that way. People have asked me, a lot of people have asked me about predicted lineups. So let's head over to FOTMob and take a look. Obviously, it's not the most accurate or reliable source. There will be some teams that, you know, do falter, but this one has Gabriel in for this one, so that's, you know, potentially something to maybe consider with that one. What other teams were people asking about? City, let's have a look if Gavardio features. Gavardio is not in the City one on FOTMob, so maybe something to consider there. Let's have a look what else we've got. I forgot what other teams people were looking for, really. Liverpool, I think some people have asked us. Yeah, they've got Tsimikas in here. I've seen quite a lot of predicted lineups as well with Tsimikas in. Nunes is potentially a 3-week punt as well. Could be a decent option. Potentially. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, there you go. There's what FOTMob is saying. Is Matoma nailed on? I don't think I probably would go near Matoma. I think we need to have a decent look at Brighton assets over the next two. See who's the more likely, but they are such a big squad and they will rotate. They will. Potentially, like Spurs without Van de Ven could be very, very leaky at the back. Start Gabriel over 8 Nuri this week. I reckon I might still be tempted to play 8 Nuri this week, you know. I really, really would. Like, yeah, he could really, really go off against Palace. Palace with no Eze as well. That seems to me like there's going to be a lack of creativity within that side. Could be a boring 0-0. And 8 Nuri owners feasting, really. Should I do Haaland to Cunha and Rodgers to Salah? I've already done Solanke for Jackson for the future. I mean, it's not the worst idea, but like I said, there could be big swings this week. I think the hop-off point for Erling Haaland is going to be game week 12. That's going to probably be the hop-off point where a lot of people do look to leave Haaland behind. Like we said, we spoke about it in yesterday's deadline preview. There's probably going to be maybe 2 weeks where you consider captain in Haaland from game week 10 to game week 20. But again, yeah, let's wait and see. But yeah, that's probably the hop-off point, isn't it? Brighton from game week 12, yeah, definitely. Smith Rowe or Rodgers to start? I probably would go Smith Rowe. Any news about Wood? Nothing as of yet. Team reviews aren't going to be till like 9 o'clock. That's when we'll do team reviews. Bless me, jeez. Is it worth having 4 premium midfielders and no Haaland? I feel like that's viable with the number of cheap forwards available. Yeah, definitely an option. It's something I've considered myself. You could have an attacking line of like Visser, Jimenez and Cunha, and then obviously Salah, Palmer, Saka, Son. Ooh. Make sure to keep those likes coming in, guys. Like I said, if we can hit 50 likes on today's stream, that would be immense. There's over 140 of you now in the stream as well. That captaincy poll is edging closer and closer as we get on in this stream as well. So I do imagine it is probably going to be a close 50-50 split. Yeah, if you want to put your team in the replies, I'll do it at some point. Defence team screwed. Do I wildcard this week or wait till game week 12 after the international break? I think there's better points to wait. Depends how badly your defence is screwed though, isn't it really? Strand Larson to Cunha for a deduction. I mean, if you've already got Strand Larson, just stick with him. Start one of Ola Aina, Rodgers, Brennan Johnson. I would probably go with... I feel like you've got to probably play Brennan, haven't you there? Like, you've probably already got your 3 defenders already in. So I probably would be a little bit more attacking and go Brennan Johnson. If you look at the betting data, there isn't actually fancied too many clean sheets this week. So yeah, I'd probably go with that one. Oh my days, my nose is... you blow your nose once and it's just started. Sorry guys, I know this isn't very attractive of me, is it? Very, very attractive. I'm on 10k right now. Should I play it safe and make 1 transfer per week? Just see how the game goes. Like, sometimes you will need to build up some transfers. Like, I took 3 last week, and I'm very happy I did because the team's in a great position now. But sometimes you'll roll, sometimes you'll take many. Don't maybe in that position probably be a little bit more cautious and maybe stick with the safer captaincy options, but still play your game your way. Play it your way. It's got you in that position. Go for it. Son to Saka. I mean, Saka's got a difficult fixture next week, hasn't he? So do just bear that one in mind. Saka, realistically, I'd want probably post game week 12. But he's still been delivering. He's still been Arsenal's best player. So, yeah. The problem with going without Son is obviously game week 11, I think he is the best captaincy option. That's originally why I brought him in 8. Because I could see that he was going to be the best captaincy option. And that's the way I wanted to go with that. Rodgers or Semenyo long term. I think Semenyo might be more longer term due to the good fixtures Bournemouth have post game week 11. The only problem again is he's on 4 yellow cards. I don't play FC 25. I haven't played FIFA or whatever it's called these days in years. Do I free hit game week 12 to add Salah back in? I mean, a free hit only does it 1 week. A wild card is probably what you're referring to rather than a free hit there. Andy's got the right idea. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and, of course, asking any questions you might have as well. Also, FPL coin is here. He's also here if you want to have a quick spin on the coin as well. Let me know. Let me know if you fancy a quick spin on the coin. Jamie's in the chat as well. Let's go, boy. Let's go. He's got the right idea. Make sure you are hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button as well. Caramel creams or bourbons? Probably caramel creams, mate. They're just the better ones, aren't they? They are just the better ones to go for. Is Garnacho a better option than Bruno, ignoring pens and price? Probably. I think for how cheap he is, he could be a great little pickup. Would Son and Richarlison start? I don't know about Richarlison. I think Son should start. Mate, it might feel weird to roll, but if your team's in a decent position and you can get to 5, you can basically do a mini wild card. You know what I mean? So I think you're fine. Garnacho or Buonanotte for Eze? Garnacho. Garnacho for me. Yeah, Saka will be playing. I don't think outside of Jackson and Palmer, any Chelsea player is worth considering for me personally. I don't think there's another one that I would consider. A lot of people asking me about McNeil. He's not predicted in a lot of the lineups as well. So yeah, I wouldn't do that -4 either move. Not for me. It looks like McNeil's like training at least, so he probably will be back next week, and you'll just have Diblin off the bench this week. So not worth a -4 in any way. Is it safe to bench Robertson? Yeah, Robertson's probably going to be benched, and I'd say going forward as well, he's probably a player you'd need to be taken out. I think if he gets benched this week, a lot of people will look to hit that sell button as well. So yeah. Start Aaron Wan-Bissaka over Robbo? Yeah, I would. I genuinely would. Robbo's not in a lot of the predicted lineup, so either get rid of him because he's not going to play for future weeks as well, which is a little bit of a concern. But yeah. That's probably my advice on that one. Do I watch/play snooker? I do not watch or/play snooker. I like pool, but I've never got into snooker. I've never ever got into snooker. It's not one of those things for me personally. Just isn't, unfortunately. What back three should I play out of Trent, Gabriel, Aina, and Lewis? Probably Lewis, Trent, and then Gabriel. That'd probably be the one I'd go for. It's not the worst idea. Just remember, though, that there is a big amount of people, even if you just look in the poll, that will be captaining Erling Haaland. You will be going against probably 100+ effective ownership players. So if he does anything, could be detrimental, but it could also work out in your favour. I'm guessing you would be captaining Salah as well. And I do feel Salah is probably going to be a player that a lot of us will want around game week 12. So it does make sense in some regards. Just, of course, be wary that you are going against probably a player that will have 100% effective ownership. No, I wouldn't even go near any of the other Liverpool players. Not for me. Good Luis Diaz replacement. I mean, the ideal one is already in my squad. His name's Brian Mbeumo. He is honestly unreal. You've also got Bowen around game week 14. You could maybe take a gamble on a Bruno or a Garnacho over the next few weeks as well. No, because I think Robertson will play in the Champions League game. A lot of the predicted lineups have Tsimikas play in this Premier League game. They just do. Any news about Son? Basically, Ange gave, like, he's alright, but didn't give, like, the full confirmed Ange, here we go, pretty much. I'd play 8 Nuri this week. Palace have no Eze. Simple. Simple. Best McNeil replacement, if you can stretch the money, would probably be Garnacho. Gvardiol replacement. The thing is with defenders, right? Clean sheets have fallen off a cliff. They really have. And I think maybe looking in the cheaper defender market is probably a way that a lot of people are going to go. The bookmakers, interestingly, I hope this is the right one. It is. The bookmakers here this week, clean sheets, not really fancied. And that's kind of been the trend we've seen over the past few weeks. Clean sheets have kind of fallen off a cliff, really. So, again, maybe going for these premium defenders is not going to be the way to go for. Who to bench out of 8 Nuri and Aina? Probably I'd take the gamble on Aina. Everton defenders, buy or no buy? I mean, there's still a still amount of decent few weeks that could be ahead, but probably not going to be a buy for me. Yeah, Brian's incredible. Genuinely probably the best value asset we've got in the game right now. 100%. Hi, Tom. Which one? Smith Rowe, Rodgers, or Delap to bench? Who've Leicester got? They've got Ipswich, haven't they? So I feel you have to play. So I probably would bench Rodgers out of all of those ones. Semenyo is a watch. He is. Ideally, he picks up a yellow card in this game, so he suspended, and then we can have him for the good runs afterwards. So yeah, that's the way I'd go with that one. Worth keeping Gabriel. If so, also have Raya. Arsenal's fixtures on bad post-game week 12. If we look towards the 11-5 data as well, the clean sheet percentages are still fancied to be pretty decent across that period. So it's not the worst idea to hold on to him, is it? It's not the worst idea. Will Keane play? Probably not. Now they've got Branthwaite. I don't think they will. I don't think he will. Obviously, guys, if you are new around here, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. If you're an already existing subscriber as well, make sure you're hitting the like button as well. It does push it out to more people, and we are edging closer to 50 likes, and that would be absolutely incredible if we could hit that in today's stream. I'm actually considering removing him. Around game week 15. Have a little bit of a punt on Bowen over that period with some decent West Ham fixtures, then look to move back to him again. So yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. Very nice. Very nice on the triple captain and Buemo. Love that for you, mate. -8 to have a team with Haaland, Salah and Palmer. It's not bad. It's not bad, but maybe could you build up some transfers and get there without the -8 potentially? Any tips on FPL draft? I haven't played draft in years. Genuinely years. I mean, you're probably looking at like differential pickups, aren't you? So like more like Jimenez, the Vissas and stuff like that of the world. I'm trying to think which teams are probably worth targeting maybe this week. Like a Delap, a Vardy. Maybe somebody in that game could be worth it. Buonanotte could also be decent pickups for this week. Jackson or Vissa over Welbeck. I probably would actually prefer both over Welbeck, to be honest. And if I had to pick one, I probably would say Vissa's had his really good fixture. Jackson's got more on the horizon, but probably not till 12. So yeah. Hey Tom, start McNeil over Rodgers. No, I'd play Rodgers over McNeil this week. Gvardiol to Zabania, not bad, but you're probably going to be benching Gvardiol. You might as well just leave Gvardiol in for this week and hope that maybe Pep plays him. Because you're going to bench Zabania anyway. Yeah, you were in here saying like, oh, I need to chase the ranks, and you've been captaining Foden for the past few weeks. This is what happens. Like I said, just stick with the regular captaincy options. You will gain more ranks out of going for more differential picks rather than just willy-nilly chucking the captaincy around, right? So stick with your big boys for captaincy. They'll just do the business and they'll help you push up the ranks. It's the people like Vissa where I got the biggest rank jumps off last week. Not my captain. My captain did me well, but it was Vissa. It was Mbuemo. It was, people that other players didn't have or were very low owned that got me these big rank increases. Yeah, Bowen from 14 onwards looks really tasty as an option. And Bowen always ends up in my team. He just does. Yeah, I probably would start Mateus Nunes if I had him. Do I get sleepless nights because of FPL? Hell no. I've got more in my life to worry about than FPL. I really do. What about selling Palmer for Salah? I want Palmer from 12. I really want Palmer from 12. Let me bring his fixtures up for you. So this is Cole Palmer's fixtures post game week 12. Leicester, Villa, Southampton, Spurs, I don't mind playing him. Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. Like, you're keeping him, and you could even just, yeah, this is the thing with Palmer, right? Where do I sell him? Like, where am I selling Cole Palmer here? I'm not. I'd just play him in the City game, and then you get him West Ham, Brighton, Villa, Southampton, Leicester. This is maybe the period where you sell him off. But I reckon you have Palmer from 12, and you could realistically hold him up till 29. That's how good, like Chelsea don't have like the cluster of bad fixtures together. They're always good fixtures, just sandwiched. Look at that. Look at that. You ain't selling Palmer again. I think a lot of people aren't going to be selling Palmer for a long time. And obviously with him not playing European football, he's pretty much playing like once a week. His minutes are very, very secure. He's the key talisman. I think a lot of people are going to be keeping Cole Palmer for a long, long time. So yeah, very solid investment. Should I take a gamble on Nottingham Forest defence or Liverpool? Start either Tsimikas or Alex Moreno. I mean, if you've got Tsimikas, play him, but I don't know why you'd be... I wouldn't bring him in, but yeah. Yeah, fair. You'll. I think around that point, who has decent fixture swings around 12? Maybe you're probably looking at like a Semenyo as probably an option. Maybe a Brighton boy, Ruter as well could also be a decent shout. Yeah. Cole Palmer's one of those where, like I've just pointed out, I reckon you could hold him till probably game week 29, unless he gets injured. Like, I don't see a reason to take him out. I genuinely don't. So I reckon he's probably going to be a player that's just going to stick within the side till probably game week 29. I imagine a similar probably thing was going to happen with Salah if I look at his fixtures. Yeah, I mean, that's not a great run, but Newcastle away is not a red. Spurs. Yeah, Salah's again probably one of these players where until we probably get to here, I'm not going to probably take Salah out of the side. Unless he's absolutely turns to garbage or picks up an injury. I'm probably not going to take Salah or Palmer out of the side again this season. So yeah. Current team setup. Brian McLean. DCL on the bench. Oof. I think I'd rather play DCL over Rodgers, for me personally. Stick with Raul Jimenez? Yeah, 100%. I already have Lewis, so do I do Gvardiol to Zabania? Like I said, you're not going to be playing Zabania this week, so why not just keep Gvardiol and hope that he plays? Like, you're probably, at best, going to get a 2-pointer from Zabania. You are. That's the way it's going to roll. Come on, boys, get those likes in. Yes, Haaland for Cunha. Again, if it maybe allows you to get Salah in, I get it, but going without Haaland, let me tell you, it is a scary experience. Someone who got absolutely decimated at the start of the season, it's not great. Can you use the coin Salah or Palmer as captain? You know what, for you, mate, we'll get the first iteration of the coin out. So heads will be Salah, tails will be Palmer. All right. It's tails. There you go. Tails. So you go in Palmer, mate. There you go. If you want to trust FPL coin, he's there. He is there. Yeah, the thing with Haaland is his price. Like, otherwise, you'd probably say, yeah, Haaland's maybe a keep. But with his price, it's just one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. Yeah. Saka's probably another one you're probably going to hold for a little bit as well. Best three forwards now without Haaland, Visser, Cunha, and then probably Raul Jimenez for me personally. They're probably going to be the ones that I'm going to probably look towards. We have hit 50 likes, guys, so thank you very much for that one as well. Make sure, like I said, if you are enjoying today's stream, you are hitting that subscribe button. You are liking the stream as well, as it is massively appreciated by me. Best defenders, best mids, and best forwards for game week 10. Jesus Christ. Cunha, 8 Nuri. Garnacho's probably worth a little bit of a gamble. Visser, there's a couple off the top of my head for you. There you go. Salah going forward as well. Palmer going forward as well. There we go. Could Palmer be a decent captaincy shout? I think if Eric Ten Hag was still there, I definitely think so. There you go. There we go. FPL coin has spoken then, mate. Hopefully it works out for you. Obviously, if you do come back next week and the coin is a fraud, let me know, because a lot of people were giving the coin praise last week. If anybody else would like their split decisions answered by FPL coin, let me know. Should I sell Solanke or keep him? It's a big debate, isn't it? And I think if I had Dominic Solanke this week, I'd be very, very tempted to sell him. He's just not getting the goals. But selling a player ahead of like Ipswich next week is so difficult considering how poor they are. So, yeah, I think if I had him, I probably would be looking at other alternatives. But again, selling any player before a decent fixture. This is why it's been like for me with Calvert-Lewin this week. Selling a player before a decent fixture like that is so difficult. It really, really is. Is Jackson nailed long-term? I think he's a good option, but again, we are coming into that busy Christmas period post-international break, so there will be some players that will be drafted and stuff like that. Yeah, this is the thing, Jamie. I reckon if I'd have kept with it and gone with no Haaland, eventually we would have actually probably kind of edged the curve and gone back ahead a little bit, but it is what it is. I think maybe a bit of pressure and maybe I was a little bit. Coin flip to keep or sell McNeil. All right, we'll do one of those. Keep or sell McNeil, all right? Heads, you keep him. Tails, you don't. All right? Tails. There you go. I need the coin. Saka and a 5.4 Wolves man or a 4 million... Oh, my days. And the 4 million West Ham goalkeeper for 2 weeks or stick. All right, sticks, heads. The other option is tails. It landed on heads, by the way. I've just flipped it up here. But it landed on heads. So there you go. There you go. Coin flip to sell or keep Gvardiol. Yep. This will be the final one we'll do for a bit. It's heads. There you go. I can't remember which way I said heads or tails. But yeah, it's heads. I think that was keep. I can't remember. Right, we'll do some more coin flips in a bit. Cunha or Visser, I probably would prefer, if this week I would be preferring to pick up Cunha. I really, really would. Maybe it's time to sell Calvert-Lewin. A few others. Yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin's probably, this is going to be his last game for the club. This is going to be it. Then he'll be gone. I don't think McNeil will play. I've not seen him in a few predicted lineups. I haven't seen him in, but he is back in training, so you never know. You never know. He could be very easily back, couldn't he? Start Fass against Ipswich or Mazraoui against Chelsea. I would probably go with Fass. Do I go with 2 premiums, Palmer and Saka, or do I look to add more or just keep them? I'd be keeping both of those guys. Did I actually flip the coin without saying, oh, numpty. What a numpty I am. What a numpty. Cunha or Visser longer term? Cunha for me. Yeah, I like all the forward options you just mentioned there. That is something I have considered of Jackson, Cunha and Visser as a front three. Would be great. It really, really would be great. Do you think McNeil and Gabriel will play? I think Gabriel will play. I'm not convinced about McNeil. I'm not convinced by McNeil. Would you do Foden, Johnson, Haaland to Salah, Saka and 8.5 million for free? Probably go Raul Jimenez. Yeah, I like all those options you've suggested there. Obviously, going without Haaland, it does have its risks. But like I've outlined in a few videos this week, I do feel there is potential to go without him. Is Gabriel confirmed out? Would you start him or Konza for Ran, since I would like Gabriel longer term? I mean, he said that Arteta has said that he should be in the team, so I think it'll be fine. I'd just stick with my goalkeepers. I don't think goalkeeper transfers are worth doing. They will just pick up random scores very, very weirdly. It's one of the lowest scoring positions in the game, so for me personally, does not require you to take a transfer on it. Wild cards are probably the only time, or if you've got no goalkeeper. Even still, sometimes I would probably suggest not even playing with a goalkeeper. Yeah, team reviews will be around 9 o'clock. The urge to sell Haaland for Salah is killing me. Bro, if you need FPL coin to help you, let me know. Let me know. Hey Tom, struggling massively with my team. I got one. Would you roll free transfer? Yeah, I probably would roll till next week. You could even roll till 12 as well. And obviously that's where the big fixture swings do come. But I think you'll be fine for this week. I do think you'll be fine. I think one of Gabriel or Gvardiol will play. So I think you will have the defenders. Midfield, Palmer, Son, Garnacho, all great. Son, your captain next week as well. So I don't think you've got any problems there. Bench Raul? No, I won't be benching Raul Jimenez. Yeah. That is a really, really strong midfield. And like I said, you're probably not going to be captaining Haaland, or maybe around 2 game weeks you're going to be captaining Haaland, or he's at least an option to consider. So those, as long as you probably survive those 2 game weeks, you're going to need like Haaland to probably get braces most weeks to kind of put you on the back foot, really. Other than that, I reckon you'll be fine. Free hit team with Solanke and Johnson, so I have them back for Ipswich. I'd rather wait. I'd rather use my free hit in a double game week, to be honest. I really would. That'd be my advice on that one. Mbeumo or Saka? Ooh. Probably Mbeumo for the next few, you know. Best cheap forwards, Visser, Cunha, Jimenez are probably my favourite ones. Outside of that, you do have other options, but not really at the same level. I mean, if you're most likely wildcarding, fair enough, but I feel like dead ending this season, it has lost a little bit of its value because you are, of course, going to be, what's it called? You basically can roll the transfer, and that might be more useful post-wildcard. So maybe just stick with. My attack is Cunha, Haaland and Wood. Nice. Should I sell Solanke for Chris Wood? Cunha's the better option. Chris Wood and Forest's fixtures fall away. Let me just quickly bring these up. So yeah, these are the fixtures for Chris Wood in the next few. If you can bench him for the Arsenal and the City games, it's not awful, but yeah, you'd probably only want him for that Ipswich game. The rest aren't great fixtures for him and Forest. It gets really, really patchy from now on. In terms of Wolves and Cunha, though, a lovely green patch. So no benching, no headaches, just pure playing him every single week. There you go. That's what you get to contend with that one. How about Vardy? No, having owned Vardy, he doesn't really do too much. He just gets like 1 chance a game, and then if he does bury it, great. If he doesn't, that's it. That's all the chance he's getting. I mean, selling DCL before Southampton's going to be tough. It really is going to be tough. I think if I owned Solanke, I probably would sell him. That's genuinely it. I would sell him. But other than that, I still don't think he's like, he will surely score. There might be a tactical tweak, and against Ipswich, like selling any player prior to Ipswich could be devastating. It really could. Who would I think for 5 million? I mean, if you've got 5.1, maybe Dallo. Wood is on pens, but again, those fixtures really are difficult. Ha. The coin spoke. Listening to the old coin, eh? Oh dear. FPL coin is well and truly back. If I was wildcarding, would I have Haaland? No, I wouldn't. Genuinely, no, I wouldn't. If I was wildcarding this week. Ask the coin, keep or sell Solanke. We can definitely do that one for you, mate. Right. Heads, you keep him. Tails, you sell him. Alright? Heads. There you go. It's landed on heads. The FPL coin has spoken once again. Remember, though, he did get some decisions wrong last week. Hey, Tom, Solanke for Cunha. Should I do it? Can tell. Wood doesn't look like he might not be available for the game. I'm just going to quickly load up FOTMob and see what they've got for the predicted lineups for today's game. Like I said, guys, if you are new around here, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. This does have Chris Wood starting, so I feel pretty confident then that he should be probably all right. Yeah, it should be fine then. Is a midfield of Rodgers and Mbeumo, Salah and Garnacho solid? Yeah, very solid. It's a great midfield. Keeping a player for 1 fixture doesn't often pay off on an average. Yeah. I just think though, look how poor Ipswich are at defending. They're really poor. The coin got everything wrong. Yeah, the coin did have a bit of a honker. The coin did have a bit of a honker last week. But people can trust the coin. People can go against the coin. You do you. I just offer it out there as a potential option. Some people like it. Some people like that little bit of a gamble, don't they? Start McNeil, replace, or play Gabriel or Diblin. I'd probably play Gabriel for me. You've got Diblin there if like cover really needs it, but yeah, I probably would do that. Yeah, I would be selling Robertson, and I probably would start to look to take money out the back line. I really think clean sheets are not great, are they? They're falling off a cliff, really, the old clean sheets. So yeah, I probably would be starting to look away from it, to be honest. George is in the chat. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Vardy's brilliant. You will always get another one though. You will always get another one. Cool. Like I said, we'll be doing team reviews at 9 o'clock. So if you do want your team review by me, make sure you get it sent over at FPLTom_. Leave it under my most recent tweet, and we'll get it done for you. Which three are better among Cunha, Woods, Raul, Visser, Welbeck, Nunez, Jota out until game week 12? I have 4 free transfers. Probably is going to be Cunha, Visser, Raul, Nunez, Wood, Welbeck in that order for me. Can I send you my team? Of course you can. George, what an absolute legend as well. He has been a member of the channel for 7 months. So shout out to you, mate. Thank you very much. Massively appreciate that. Like I said, guys, if you do want to become a channel member, just click that join button. It does only cost 99p. You get priority in the chat as well. And we might be putting some content behind the potential members paywall. But I don't know. We'll wait and see on that one. It won't be FPL stuff. It'll be like EFL fantasy stuff. But I'm still thinking about it. 2-week punt. Maybe Darwin Nunez is that 2-week punt with Jota out. That could be the fun punt. Who knows? But you are obviously going for Darwin Nunez. Just remember that one. Never question the coin. It's playing the long game. The coin knows, doesn't it? What do you think about Flecken, Saka, Bowen, Johnson, Obama, Solanke, Wood, Haaland? Yeah, looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent for the next few weeks. Who would be my best Robertson replacement? Aït-Nouri. I really, really would. Like, the guy has been a monster. 5 attacking returns in 9 games. Ridiculous. Good fixtures coming up for Wolves as well. I know he's got the yellow card, and that's what people are going to be like in the chat. Oh, he's on 4 yellow cards. You're still probably going to have him for the next 9 game weeks. But yeah, I think taking money out the defence is probably the right way to go with things at the moment. I've got 3 frag players, Wood, McNeil, and VDV. Wood should be okay. Looking at some of the predicted lineups, McNeil probably out, and VDV is going to be out. My sub is Keane. Not sure if he'll make the starting 11. He will not make the starting 11. I'm telling you that now. Branthwaite will be playing. So yeah, I would probably say that, yeah, I maybe would be tempted to move on the defender. It looks like McNeil's at least back in training, so probably will be playing next week. So yeah, I probably would move VDV on. Is not having Salah okay? We brought up his fixtures, right? And I genuinely said this. I probably won't sell Salah now till maybe like game week 30. Unless he pulls up injured or whatever. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, I think he's a player you need to have. Is Aït-Nouri the best defender in FPL at the moment? One of, yeah, definitely. The Soggy Biscuit, yep, the Soggy Biscuit Club is it's just for elite members, really, isn't it? It really is. Which defender would you buy? Aït-Nouri is not an option. Oh, okay then. Oh, okay then. I think with my cheap defenders, I'd maybe be looking for people that have got really, really good ones long term. There's obviously big swings around 12. A Brentford defender might not be bad. There's still some pretty decent fixtures coming up for them. Everton's next 5 aren't bad either. Fulham's aren't bad either. Who else have you got in there? United, maybe a Dallo potentially to consider. Obviously, maybe a West Ham defender. Next 2 aren't bad. Then there's 2 difficults. Then there's really, really good ones in 14 and onwards. Same goes with Bournemouth and Brentford as well. There's pickup. Not Brentford, Brighton, sorry. Those pick up around 12 and 11 as well. So potentially something to consider with that one. Start Lewis or Gvardiol? I would start Lewis. Will Gabriel start, bro? I believe he will. Yeah, Arteta said he should be there, barring any like last minute injuries he picks up in training. So Again, though, it is Arteta, so take that with a pinch of salt. Considering Solanke and Son, Acuna and Palmer would have 0.9 in the bank. I do like both those moves. I really, really like both of those moves. I was looking at Palmer earlier, and we said we could be holding him till like game week 28. The fixtures are that good for Chelsea. So yeah, I do like all of those options. I think, though, taking Son out when he probably is going to be the best captaincy option could be a little bit dicey. Could be a little bit dicey, couldn't it? I have 8 Nuri. That's why I said, there you go. No worries, mate, as always. Gabriel will be fine. I think Son will be fine. I actually think Wood will be fine. So I think you'll actually be all right. I think all 3 will play. Does 8 Nuri play the full 90? Yeah, I think he does. When is team reviews? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock when we'll be doing team reviews. Onana versus Pickford. This is the thing, right? Goalkeepers, it's so dicey. And I know you're on a wild card. So I would probably say... I'd probably say Onana. We could expect a lot better defensive performances coming up. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin's got 1 more week in the team for me, and then he's gone. What is my total points? It's not great. We're like 2.8 million. We went without Haaland at the start of the season. We're slowly clawing it back. And I do feel like the team is really starting to shape up, and we could be in a great position having this free premium structure going forward. Do you consider selling Mbeumo in 14, or is he a season hold? I've said this earlier in the chat. Yeah, I probably will be looking to sell him for Jarrod Bowen. It's probably the way I'm going to go with that one. No, I'd start Gabriel. Keane won't play. They've got Branthwaite back. Thoughts on Maddison? No, won't be going there. 8 Nuri or Lewis? Ooh, I'd rather pick up 8 Nuri. Start Gahey or Keane? Gahey, 100%. Yeah. It's such a difficult one. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a position where I've got to pick one or the other. I like having both of them. It means this week I've got more of a choice with my captaincy and stuff like that. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. If you're new around here as well, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button as well. I've got 3 yellow players. Yeah, we did those, and I said they all should be good to go. Nunez or Gakpo will score a brace. Salah will blank. Very, very nice, Ricky. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. Salah masterclass would be very, very nice indeed. News on Gvardiol. Pep basically gave us nothing, so we'll be just waiting for leaks on that one. Wasn't in the FOTMob predicted lineup either. Start Mazwari or Mikalenko. I probably would go Mikalenko on that one. Yeah, I reckon you could. I reckon that's probably the way I'd go with that one, George. I think you'll have a mega differential captain in 11. Like, you've seen Ipswich's defence. They are terrible. Genuinely terrible. So I think you've got a mega differential captain for that week. Like, if you look at everybody else's fixtures around 11 as well, they're pants. So that honestly, mate, you could be in a league of your own there. And then make that move as well in 12 if you've still got the money. You should have enough money still in the bank as well. So yeah, I think you'll be fine with that one. Yeah, Konate's not a bad pickup. So yeah, that's not a bad option. Again, people that are maybe looking for Robertson options, just maybe downgrade them to Konate. Best differential captain, probably going to be somebody like a Palmer, isn't it, to be honest? Or maybe a Calvert-Lewin. Someone at work looked at Calvert-Lewin and captain today, and at work yesterday, and I was like, what are you doing, you idiot? Robinson or Keane? I probably would go Robinson on that one. Ipswich are terrible. They're one of the worst sides I've seen in Premier League. So yeah, any player you get against them, happy days, isn't it? Yeah. Like, Wolves have been terrible. They've had really, really difficult fixtures to start, and their data hasn't actually been awful. They're now on this good run. Maybe they'll sack Gary O'Neill if they lose the next few as well. So maybe something to consider on that one. I don't know the expected minutes for McNeil, but I'd be probably a little bit hesitant. I don't think he'll play. Gabriel, Saliba, Gvardiol, Alex Moreno start 3. Probably going to be Gabriel, Saliba, Gvardiol, isn't it? And hope that all play. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm starting to suggest maybe taking more money out of the defence with less and less clean sheets every single week. Trent's attacking data has also dipped off, so yeah, maybe you want to consider with that one. Mikalenko or Robinson? Probably go Mikalenko. Who would I sell first out of DCL, Solanke and Mavididi? Probably going to be Solanke, just because of how much budget he's actually eating up. Saka or Son? I would actually prefer having Son the next two than Saka, just purely down to that captaincy option in game week 11. Best triple captain this game week. I wouldn't be playing it this week, but if I had to pick, probably Salah, isn't it? Will Luis Diaz start? No, it's probably going to be Gakpo on the left. Probably going to be Gakpo on the left. Like I said, guys, if you are new around here as well, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, liking the stream as well, as it does push it out to more people. And that's exactly what we want to see as well. So make sure you are hitting that like button. Massively appreciated as always by myself. When will I check teams? We'll do team reviews at 9 o'clock. There you go. Gabriel or Mikalenko? Ooh, I probably would still start Gabriel. And yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. Haaland down for Cunha and Salah. Yep, it is a possibility. It genuinely is a possibility, and going with a free stack in midfield could work. But at the same time, always remember Haaland's effective ownership will be ridiculous. It will. Oh my god. And Cuckoo down to 5.9 million. So glad I got rid of him and kept Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's down at 4 as well now. Bench 8 Nuri or Murillo. I think with no Eze, I think Palace will be quite null. So I probably would bench Murillo in that one. 300 watching. Is that a record? I think we're close to the record. I think maybe we got more in the in one of the Euro streams. But yeah, it's a very good start. It's a very good day, to be honest. Smashing it. Gabriel or 8 Nuri? Ooh, I probably would go 8 Nuri. Yep, Andy's got the right idea. Make sure you're subscribing. Ask the chat any questions. FPL Coin is here for any 50-50 splits as well. Start Milenkovic or Mikalenko. Oh, maybe Milenkovic with it being a home fixture. Maybe. As a toughie, you could end up with you know, both players keeping clean sheets. One with on the bench there. Chris Wood should start. I'm gonna put my hat out there and say he should start. Looking at it. Better option, Garnacho or Bruno? I like Garnacho. I think for the price, you're getting a really undervalued player there who has so much ability to explode. Start Rodgers or Smith Rowe? Probably would go Smith Rowe on that one. Solanke to Cunha for a -4 for the game week 2 or wait until game week 12. I probably would be tempted to wait till game week 12. I do just feel anybody up against Ipswich can score. So yeah, that's the way I'd be doing it. But if I own Solanke right now, I would be looking to sell him. Do I do another transfer for a 6.5 million bench and bench Delap, or just play bench McNeil? I just bench McNeil, mate. I'd play Delap. I would play Delap. Gabriel or Morgan Rogers to start? I play Gabriel. Should I captain Haaland or Palmer? I probably would go with Haaland on that one. I do think Palmer will be decent, but I think maybe sticking with the pack, like a bigger proportion of the pack, especially if you've not got Salah, Haaland's probably going to be a safer bet on that one. But you know, if you want to have a quick spin on FPL Coin, be my guest. Be my guest on that one. Hey Tom, what do you think about Gabriel out for Trent? I think Gabriel will blank anyway. Trent can really smash it. Not for me personally. I think I answered this question earlier. I think I'm probably going to suggest to people taking money out of the defence. The betting markets are suggesting there's going to be less and less clean sheets every single week, and that is the bread and butter for most defenders. So yeah. I'm for 4K in the world. Tom, thanks to your suggestions 5 weeks ago about Wood, I'm taking a -4 this week to sell Saka and Gabriel for Palmer and 8 Nuri. Not bad, not bad. Hope, you know, happy to help, mate. Happy to help any way I can. Is Gabriel confirmed to start? He's in some of the predicted lineups, so I reckon he would. I probably would go for the Brentford 4 million rather than the Leicester 4 million, just because I would probably say Brentford are more likely to keep a clean sheet than Leicester. Hi Tom, I've just subs from South Africa. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that one. Which should I bench between Lewis, Aina and 8 Nuri? Probably Aina, but again, there's so many good defenders there. Are Wood, McNeil, Gabriel and Son going to play? I reckon Gabriel, Son, Wood will play. I reckon McNeil might be the one that misses out. But again, I could still be wrong on that one. Havertz out for Cunha. Can't decide if I'll definitely do it. I would be tempted to make that move, yeah. Do I think Son will start? Yeah, I think Son will be alright. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad move, is it? Havertz to Haaland. You're not complaining at that if you've got the money to do it. Van der Ven and McNeil to 8 Nuri and Bowen for a -4. It's not bad. Not bad moves. I like both of those moves, so yeah, maybe, potentially. Again, though, taking a minus, yeah, I'd rather maybe just bench one of them. When's Tim on? Oh, not this joke again. Not FPL Tim. He's a fraud anyway, FPL Tim, isn't he? As a replacement for 2 to 3 weeks, Brian, Bruno, Garnacho. They're probably going to be the ones you'd want to go for, really, aren't they? They are probably going to be the ones. Replacement for Van der Ven, 8 Nuri. Maybe look at some Brighton and Brentford defenders. They're probably going to be the ones for the next few weeks going forward. Start Rodgers over Johnson or Solanke. Not for me. Not for me, personally. Foden and Solanke to Palmer and Strand. Yeah, not bad options. Not bad options. Not like world-beating options though, but not like, yeah, not any of those. I don't know. maybe not for me. Maybe not for me. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any questions that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. Let me know any questions you do have. Why is that song stuck in my head? All of a sudden, Family by, is it Sledge Sisters? There we go, that's stuck in my head for some reason. Foden caps. Bro, you captain Foden every single week, and I've told you, stop, he's trash. Don't do it. No. No Foden cap. Use my free transfer to do Solanke's roll. I have another one with 2 million in the bank. Could do Greaves to 8 Nuri or just roll the second transfer. I mean, I like that move. I do like that second move you suggested there, mate. Oh, it's 100% a waste to do goalkeeper transfers, in my opinion. I won't be triple captain in Salah, no. Not for me. What do you think of Rodgers to Nunez of City? He's probably only got a 2-week longevity. I think post-international break, City will have more and more players back. Any news on Gabriel? I think both of them will be fine, mate. I do. Best cheap goalkeeper long-term? It probably is just going to be a 4.5 million. Maybe for Bergen. There's some decent fixtures coming up for them. I can't really say Flecken because they don't keep clean sheets. Johnson, maybe. Like, it's just... Yeah, I probably would say Verbergen's probably my favourite option at the moment. And obviously, if Fabianski keeps playing, 4 million, you can't go wrong there. You really, really can't go wrong there. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. I'm torn between Solanke and Rodgers. Who shall I play? Also have Brennan Johnson. I still would play Solanke. It's a home fixture for Spurs. They need to realistically win this game. I think if they get battered, Ange could definitely be on the verge of being sacked, potentially. Like they've not started, in terms of points, very well. Johnson or Rodgers? Again, I probably would still play Johnson over Rodgers. I think Wood will be fine. Gvardiol, potentially not. He's not in the predicted lineups. But again, we should get City team leaks as we get closer and closer to the deadline. The problem with going with Kelleher and Alisson is the fact that you'll be eating up 2 Liverpool spots. That's not what you really want to do, like, because you're going to have Salah, then it means you can't get another Liverpool player in, and if like a Diaz or a Gakpo or a Darwin are absolutely popping off and you want to get them, you don't have a clear way to do it. Same again if you want to maybe go for the double Liverpool defence. Trent's looking really good, maybe Virgil van Dijk, Canate. So yeah, not worth picking up, for me, a backup goalkeeper from a top side. That's my advice on that one. No worries, Ben. No worries, mate. I have 2 free transfers. Should I roll? Yeah, I probably would be tempted to roll. Is it 9 o'clock? It ain't 9 o'clock. That's when we'll do team reviews, like I said at the start of the stream. Wood to Cunha or hold Wood? I think you could hold Wood for this 1 week. Then probably look to move him on after next week and move to Cunha. Has someone really just suggested captaining Strand Larson in the chat? Am I dreaming, or has that actually just happened? Yeah, don't captain Strand Larson. Don't go for it. No. No captain of Strand Larson. Best Liverpool attackers. I wouldn't really touch any of the other Liverpool attackers outside of Salah. I wouldn't. I genuinely wouldn't. No worries, mate. Hope you come back soon, Ryan. And you could get away with 3 forwards. True. 8 Nuri over Gabriel. I have Raya in goal. Yeah, probably would. 9 minutes till team reviews. People are bigging these team reviews up, aren't they? Jeez, the chat is moving fast today. Woof. I'll be surprised after the City game. I swear you've said that to me every single week, and Foden's done niche every single week. Captain Ruta, no. Raul or Strand, Raul. Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't ever do that. Is Wood and McNeil available? Wood should be fine. I don't know about McNeil. What rank am I? I am 2.8 million. Not been a great start, but it is what it is. 8 minutes. 8 minutes till team reviews. There's a countdown going off for fucking team reviews. Jesus Christ. Oh my days. We are also 5 likes away from 100 likes. So if you are enjoying today's stream, guys, make sure you are hitting that like button. Obviously, if you're new around here as well, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 15,000 by the end of the season. So obviously, if you want to help us achieve that goal, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Massively appreciated as always by myself. 7 minutes till team reviews. Shut up. Think I will do that this week too. What do you think? I think it's going to be a lot more of a difficult game away at Fulham, so I probably wouldn't recommend it. I probably would be maybe saying Salah. These are probably going to be better ones. Robertson versus Pedporo. I mean, Pedporo's playing. Robertson will be benched this game. Strand Larson will haul. Now you've jinxed it so hard. Yeah, 100%. I'm tempted to captain Cunha next week at Southampton at home. It's not the worst idea. Like, captaincy's pretty naff next week, so it could be one of those weeks where you do go against the big boys. Could always be an option. I'll transfer Havertz for Haaland. Should I also do Luis Diaz to Hudson-Odoi for a -4? No, I don't like that -4 move you've suggested there. Yeah, Foden will start. I don't think they've got really anyone else left or alive, really. What chips have you used / not used? I've used my wildcard and my triple captain. I have my bench boost, the mystery chip, and the free hit left. The real deadline today, 6 minutes to go till team reviews. People are edging themselves, aren't they? They really, really are. Keep Wood or switch to Vissa. I would probably say I'd keep Wood for one more. DCL last chance for me today. Yep, 100% agree. This is DCL's last game in the squad probably. Unless he absolutely cooks. Genuinely, unless he cooks. But even still then, probably going to be DCL's last game. I will do a cartwheel. I will dance. I will do anything for a DCL goal today. I genuinely would. Maybe we'll have a little boogie later just for DCL and maybe a goal from DCL. Hopefully so. At what point do you think rank starts to matter? I think post Christmas. I reckon if you top 1 mil around Christmas, you've got a great chance of doing exceptionally well. But even still, like, you can very easily pull it back. I've proven that. I've gone up like 2 million rank in 2 weeks. You can very, very easily pull it back with some smart captaincy decisions, some smart player picks, and chip usage as well later on in the season. You can pull it back. When's the team reviews? They are in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, as people keep reminding me in the chat. Yeah, I expect Gabriel to play. If I had to make transfers, what would you do? Robertson probably would be #1 priority out of that team. I don't think he's going to play. He's eating too much of your budget. There you go. Wood for a -8? No way. No way. Van der Ven won't start. Gvardiol, we don't know. Wood should be fine. McNeil, probably not. It's 9:55 p.m. here in New Zealand. Team reviews are late. Sorry, mate. The hype and anticipation for a team review. It's just building, isn't it? It's just building and building and building. People are loving it. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Oh dear. With the chat moving quite quick today, guys, I would recommend maybe putting just shorter things, because if you put the paragraph, instantly it just blows off my screen and I can't read it in quick enough time. So yeah, I probably would recommend maybe shorter ones, break it down, be a little bit more concise. Maybe ask your question into ChatGPT and then like get it to like bullet point it or like make it really small and easier for me to read, because I'll start reading some and then it'll be boom, gone and I won't see them. So yeah, unfortunately that's the way it goes sometimes. Smith Rowe or Rodgers? I would probably go with Smith Rowe for this week. Foden and DCL to Bruno and Cunha. I like both of those moves. I do like both of those moves. Foden hasn't really started as we'd expect. Goalkeeper, Areola versus Edison. I probably would actually play Edison. We don't know about Areola, do we? We really, really don't. 3 minutes, Jesus. Areola, Canate, Lewis, Saliba, Bowen, Trossard. Oh dear. Watkins, probably after this week as well, is probably going to be a player maybe we want to consider selling. Who knows? Let's wait and see. I think he'll actually score today against Tottenham. I think a lot of people have obviously looked to offload him, and I get it because of his more expensive price point, but yeah. Gavardio going to play. He's not in some of the predicted lineups, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious on Gavardio. Going bold with an Embuemo captain. I hope it works out for you. Do Foden and Lewis start? Yeah, I reckon both of those will start. You'll be fine with both of those. Do keep your questions coming in, any that you do have. Obviously, as well, like I said, we are trying to hit 15,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We have hit over 100 likes in today's deadline stream as well, so a massive shout out to you guys as well. 2 minutes as well. People are loving these team reviews a little bit too much. Like I said, with the team reviews as well, make sure you are following me on Twitter, as some of them do not pull through. So make sure you're following me on Twitter as well. Make sure you're leaving it under my most recent tweet, and that is where I'll find them. Sold Rodgers for Bowen. I don't hate that move. I preferably probably would look to pick up Bowen around maybe 14 for me. Will Wood play? He's in some of the predicted lineups, so I'm going to go yes. I think he will. Is Beto worth it? No. Keep away. Keep away from Beto. Stay away. Trent or Nuri this week. Difference between Vissa if you... I would probably go Nuri. Jackson on 3 yellow cards. It's still no brainer bringing in. Yeah, he's still a good forward. Hit that like button, guys. You know what you want. Yeah. 1 minute. People are loving it. The hype and anticipation for these team reviews is off the scale. When will Van de Ven return? Probably post-international break. Do I think Ben White will play? I can't remember if he was in the predicted lineup. I'd have to look at that one again. Dunk to 8, Nuri -4, or just play Lewis? Just play Lewis. Bench 1, Son, Rodgers, or Bruno? Rodgers. Am I going to move Haaland out today? No, probably game week 12 will be the period I'll look to move Haaland out for. Fucking Tim's back in the chat again. If you want to get your if you want to get your teams reviewed, head over to my Twitter at @FPLTom_ and leave it under one of my most recent tweets, and we'll get them done for you there. It's time. People are loving it. Let's go, baby. It has hit 9 o'clock. Team review central. Let's go. People have been hyped, and for very, very good reasons. 17 of you beautiful babies have sent your teams in to me. Love it. Right, FPL Shane had his in first, so let's start off with him. This is his wildcard team for game week 10. He's strong. Oh man, this is a good team. This is a great team, Shane. I'm a big fan of this. Woof. This is great. Obviously no Haaland, but that midfield three. Oh, and getting Trent and Gabriel and Lewis in here. Mate, this is a class team. Genuinely, I'm really impressed with that. I'm going to close my messages. You guys don't need to message me. But that is incredible. Genuinely incredible. Free hit active. Well, I wouldn't have McNeil because he's a doubt. Bueno, not a yet. Mazwari as well. Probably not. Johnson, no. There's a lot of honky picks in here. There really, really is. I'd rather start Visser over Johnson. Yeah, no Salah or Haaland in this team either. That's a honker of a free hit. Really crap. 10k in the world right now. Nice. Yeah, looking good. I mean, the bench is starting to look a bit suspect, isn't it? Like Welbeck's probably fixtures pick up around 12, so I would say if you've got bench cover, bench him, but it doesn't look like you really do. You've also got Mbeumo captain, risky, but if it pays off, it pays off. Morning, mate. Swapped Mbeumo for Saka last week. Need to get a way to get Saka back in, but that's a later date. Has to take out VDV. Yep, that makes sense. Team looks pretty decent otherwise, though. You've got Salah, Palmer. You've got like the free premiums like me, so I think you'll be fine going forward, mate. I really do. And I'd be tempted to play Fast over Konza for that one as well. I really would. Best Van de Ven replacements. Any suggestions? 8 Nuri. You've not got him. Get him in your team. That'd be probably the easiest suggestion on that one. This one's for my brother. He has... Yeah, I like both of those options you've suggested. I think both of them could be really decent options going forward. Obviously, how maybe you want to start looking at ways you can get Saka in, maybe starting to build some transfers, but I do like both transfers you have recommended there, to be honest. Thoughts on Akoli worth starting over Porro? No, not for me. Play Porro. Please rate. It's looking decent. Someone put that free hit. Shit. Yeah, that free hit was honking. Whoever's built that free hit needs to really reconsider it. Yeah, looks fine. Yeah, no problems with that one. Thoughts on this wildcard team? It's looking good, you know. It's looking good. Defense is a little bit like cheap, very cheap. I guess that's to cram as many premiums in as possible, but yeah, I do like it. Just the defense is very cheap, but you've got all the big premiums in there, so it does make sense. Cool. What are you planned transfers? Let's have a look. Haaland, Cunha, Salah, Semenyo, Saktor. Yeah, I do rate all those moves. Obviously, going without Haaland can be risky. I've experienced that firsthand, but yeah, I do think it could be a decent one, man. It's a pretty steady team. I have no left. Did Watkins, Raul, and Foden, Salah. Who should I start? I think your team's looking pretty decent. I probably would chuck Konza in there, and I'd actually start McNeil over Rodgers. Like, I think McNeil plays or he doesn't play at all. FPL Tom got one free transfer. Who should I transfer out for my team? What do you think? I actually would probably leave it, mate. I'd start Rodgers over Keane because I don't think Keane's going to play. But yeah, I maybe would leave it and hope for the best with McNeil. And I think you need to start potentially building some transfers with this team. Took a -4 to bring in Palmer and Cunha. Getting Saka next week. Nice. The team is looking ridiculously strong as well. I do like that. Cool. Next team. You know what? There's not really a template this year. It seems like everyone's just kind of like got different teams. Like we've got all like fairly similar players, but yeah, there's no real template, I'd say. Looking at this, like usually, like most teams look the exact same, and I'm giving out the same advice. This year, everybody's quite different. Have free transfers, roll or go for Salah. I mean, can you get to Salah for Foden? I mean, if you could, that would be great. But otherwise, I think you potentially could roll, but the triple Spurs is painful. You could drop Solanke down. That would probably free up the money to. I reckon I'd drop Solanke down, and then upgrade Foden to Salah. That's what I'd do with that team. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he's not going to start because they've got Branthwaite back, and Branthwaite is the better defender. So yeah, and Keane very easily could come off the bench if they're winning quite comfortably and they want to just obviously keep it in there as well. That was all the team reviews we've had sent in so far. Obviously, if you want your team reviewed, we will do some more of those throughout today's stream. So make sure you are, of course, getting them sent over to me as well. How do I send my team? If you want to just leave it under one of my most recent tweets on Twitter. Let's go for it. Let's go for it there. Will Van der Berg start? Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. Obviously, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure you're hitting that like button and, of course, hitting that subscribe button as well. Massively appreciate everybody that does that. Who is a good McNeil replacement? Good question. We've had a few of those. If I could stretch it, Garnacho would be my ideal one. Semedo's also not a bad shout from 11 onwards, but remember he is on 4 yellow cards. Will you follow me, mate? Just make sure you are following me. That's probably the best way. We'll have a look a little bit later as well through some of them as well. Is it 9 AM? Yeah, it's well past 9 AM. We've done all the team reviews, mate. Who should I get first? You probably want to pick up Cunha first. I think he'll have more price rises over the next few weeks. Please do not spam though in the chat. Cool, we'll do some more team reviews in a little bit. We'll get another good batch going and then we'll take a look at some more of those as well. Obviously, if you've got any questions ahead of today's stream, guys, make sure you're getting them in nice and early. Nice and early. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So yeah, Everton plays today. I'm just having a quick gander at their predicted lineup. Someone's decided, you know what? 8 minutes past 9 is the perfect time to light off a firework. What half-wits live around here? Genuinely, what half-wits live around here where they've gone, yeah, you know what? Sunlight, that's where it is for thingy. I mean, if you've got 9.6 million, you could get anyone. Mbuemo. Bowen, maybe. All very, very good options. Will Son start? Yeah, I think he will. Who's on pens for United? Probably going to be Bruno Fernandes. I'd rather have 8 Nuri. That was a firework, mate. It was a firework. What else would it have been? It literally went afterwards as well. It was like boom. Honestly, some half-wits around here. Some genuine half-wits. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's stream. Get them in, and we'll try and answer as many. It is Diwali. It is Diwali, but, like, come on. Let's not light fireworks off at that time. Like, they're for nighttime use. They just are. I don't care if it's Diwali. Light them off at night when you can see them. It's honestly pointless lighting them off in the day. You can't see anything. They're celebrating the team reviews. They're celebrating the team reviews. Oh, bro. Oh, no, no, no. Also, why would you like behind my bedroom, right, where the firework was, is a car park. Who's lighting them off in car parks? Yeah, mate, that wild card is sick. I'm a big fan of that wild card you built, mate. It was cracking. I think maybe not. Maybe I think taking punts is probably a little bit overrated now. If you go into a wild card and then have more transfers to play with afterwards, you're laughing. You are laughing. What do you think of Gordon over Rodgers for this game week? Gordon apparently might be not available. That's what Eddie Howe said yesterday. I think there was something around Gordon not being available. We need a new... Well, you can count down till the deadline, can't you? You can count down till the deadline. That's what you can do. There you go. Just count down till the deadline. My team is Trent, Lewis, Aït-Nouri, Mbuemo, Palmer, Saka, Diblin, McNeil on the bench, Haaland, Strand Larson. Yeah, pretty good team. Pretty good team. Obviously, no Salah in there. It's probably going to be a little bit painful today. Looking at the captaincy poll, we've had nearly 1,000 votes on the captaincy poll, by the way, which is absolutely ridiculous for this channel. So thank you for everyone that's got their votes in for that one. 48% have gone for Salah, 39% have gone for Haaland, 8% for Palmer, and then 4% for others as well. What's my favourite Premier League side? I would say it is Brentford. If we were ever to make the Premier League, so I'm a Mansfield fan, that's the kit I've got on today. If we were ever to make the Premier League, the only way it would be possible is using models that Brentford have done. Otherwise, we're never ever going to make it. We've not got the financial backing. It's not a big enough place. It's not a big enough town. It will be through smart recruitment, using data. That is the way we'd get to the Premier League. So I really like Brentford for that. I know some people hate Brentford, but they're just brilliant. They really, really are. No problems. Benching headache. Who to bench between Lewis or Smith Rowe? I'd actually bench Smith Rowe. I'd play Lewis this week, mate. That's the way I'd go on that one. Hold and get the best midfielder you can. Saka, Salah, Palmer, and Buemo, Rodgers, Haaland, Vissa every week. Injury free is kind of scary and go to the scrapyard. Yep, agree, mate. I do agree. Like, I think a lot more people are going to be shifting their more premium defenders out, unless we see all of a sudden a big increase in clean sheets, which I don't see really happening. I think there's just going to be more and more goals in the Premier League. We're seeing it with betting markets. They've also shortened the odds a lot on clean sheet expectancy. I expect the 11-5 model to go that way as well. They're still quite generous in terms of the clean sheets over the next few. I'm starting to feel a little bit more apprehensive about clean sheets, but you never know in football. Iron Munoz could do with him to 8 Nuri and still have 2 free transfers. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's a good transfer to do, Elias. Wood or Jackson? Jackson probably more longer term, yeah. Yeah, probably more Jackson. I'd be leaning more towards. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Obviously, we've still got about 2 hours to go till that starts. But we've already been cooking on this stream as well for an hour and a half. So, yeah, good stuff. Thank you for sending your team over, man. We'll take a look at that one. Will Son start? Yeah, I think he'll start Cole Palmer. Good morning, Tom. Would you start Henderson or Fabianski this week? I would start Henderson. We don't 100% know if Fabianski's going to play yet, so I'd probably go with Henderson. Yeah, that's probably the way I'd go with that one. Henderson's actually been quite good at scoring, hasn't he, recently as well? That's the troll of a cheap defender, yeah. Interestingly, right, Cole Palmer's like shrug of the shoulders there, right, is actually like I can't remember what it's called, but it's called like I think it's the havening technique, which is like where it like calms you down and stuff like that. So I don't know whether or not he's actually thought about that. He's not the smartest bloke, but maybe there's something in that. I don't know. Is it fine to do a -8? Depends how bad the team is. If it's getting to that point, you're probably starting to look towards a wild card, aren't you? Sold Haaland for Cunha. Hope it works out. Going without Haaland is a scary prospect. Having done it this season, it's not great. Any info about Chris Wood? He's in the FOTMob predicted lineup. So, again, it's not the be-all and end-all, but it's still a pretty good metric usually for predicted lineup. So, take it maybe as you will. Is Garnacho a good pick? Yeah, I think he will be a decent pickup. I really, really do. I think Garnacho will be a great pickup. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have as well throughout today's stream, we'll try and answer as many as we can. We'll get around to some more team reviews as well. We'll have a quick check of Twitter, see if we've had a few more in. We have. Wonderful stuff. Rate also Gordon on the bench for Rodgers because of the difficulty versus Arsenal this weekend. But moving forward, look to keep him. Yeah, I think it's around 15. I think I looked where Newcastle's fixtures pick up yesterday. So yeah, it makes sense. He's not a bad option. But the rest of the team looks really, really good. Interestingly, you've gone with Palmer as captain. I hope it works out for you, mate. My brother's team. Jesus, I can just about see it. Good team. Good team. No problems. No problems. My team, I'm thinking of a free hit to add Salah and Jackson in for 1 week and avoid the Tottenham versus City match. Guessing you mean next week, right? You mean not next week, game week 12. I mean, it's not the worst side in the world, is it? Tottenham City match is like 2 weeks away. It's not this game week, just if you were considering that one. But I don't necessarily think the free hit is required for that week either. I don't. Right, I just want to have a quick check. Not of that poll. Not of that one. How do I get on my profile? This one here. Just need to have a quick check down here. I think we might have had some that potentially didn't do it. I think we did these. Did we do these? I don't remember the ones with the ticks. I don't think we did these ones. Is my mic a little bit low? Oh, well, I'll turn my microphone up then, won't I? Oh no, it says it's on 92. Maybe you need to pull your volume up. Get your volume up. Get it up. Get it up. How you doing anyway, Jake? You good? Hope you're good, mate. No worries, mate. No worries. Hope Haaland scores 18 goals. Cool. Yeah, we'll take a look for you, Notion Vids, as well. Right, so this one as well, we had starting in here. Also, oh, we did that one, actually. I remember that one. We did that one. Maybe we did do these. We've had so many sent in. Jesus. Did a -12 for Gabriel to Canate, McNeil to Palmer, Watkins to Cunha, and Solanke to Raul. A -12 is wild. Genuinely wild. But it looks alright. It does look like a really decent team now, but obviously you've got that -12 to contend with. But it does look a really good team. Ah, work's too loud. Maybe work's too loud then. Are you sending your team over as well, gorgeous? I want to see what bad boy you've done this week. I want to see what transfer you've got. My team name is Tom00000. Look at the one with the ticks. Ah, that was your old one. Okay, mate. We'll take a quick look. We'll take a quick gander. Let's quickly scroll down. Where is it? Here it is. Right. I'll bring in Cunha instead. To people with checks. I'll bring in Cunha instead of Watkins. That leaves me with 2.5 million for any changes. Okay. I don't necessarily think you maybe need to make any changes. I think the rest of the team could be decent. Like Justin could drop in for McNeil or Diblin. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. I like that change you've suggested as well. Slews. Raya, Aitner, Gabriel. Yeah, you've got a bit of bench cover if, like, obviously Wood or McNeil doesn't play, but the rest of the team looks decent. Salah going forward, probably a player you are going to want to have. What other questions have we got? No worries, mate. What time is the deadline? The deadline is at 11. It's at 11 today. 18 goals would be 77 bonus, okay? Any news on Gabriel? I think he should be fine. Arteta said he's going to be in contention, so I reckon he'll be fine. Yep. Of course, I can show you predicted clean sheets for this game week. Here is the stuff from the betting markets. If you are interested in all that stuff as well. Obviously, it looks like clean sheets are probably going to be a little bit of a thing of the past. The betting markets are really, really not fancying anybody to keep clean sheets this game week, which is very, very disappointing, as to say the least, if you've obviously gone quite big at the back. So maybe potentially worth reconsidering that one. In terms of goals this week, Liverpool top 4 projected goals, City in second, Spurs in third. The rest are all kind of grouped together, I'd say, but some decent clean sheet percentages in there. Whom should I sell to get Salah, McNeil or Rodgers? Probably going to be McNeil, isn't it? Yeah, he's not got like what's it called, like actual IQ, but his football IQ is incredible. The way he reads the game is wonderful. In game week 12 wildcard, what would your structure setup be? It probably would be a free premium midfield, and I wouldn't have Haaland. I'd have Jackson, Cunha, and then another cheap forward. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Morning, Eve Gamer. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well on this fine morning. November morning as well. Where have the months gone, eh? Where have the months gone? They're flying by. Already got Mbuemo. Good question then, really, isn't it? Good question. I mean, you could maybe take a... I probably would say it's going to be maybe like Bruno or Garnacho for the next few. Isn't it? It's probably going to be Bruno or Garnacho for the next few. With the next three after this Chelsea game are ridiculous in terms of fixtures. They really, really are. I think Brighton players are worth considering. Bournemouth players in that midfield bracket as well are also worth a little bit of consideration. So, yeah, they're probably the ones going forward. Should I bring in Mbeumo or Saka for Son? I think you'd want to keep Son for one more week. He is the best captaincy option for next week. Ha. No, that's how my current draft looks. It's a little bit scary. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Should I play Konate as the 4th defender or Rodgers? I would probably play Luck a clean sheet, but Liverpool's 34 is one of the highest ones. Probably maybe gamble on the Konate clean sheet. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. Do let me know. Might have to have a little bit of a toilet break at some point, but we'll see how I feel in a little bit. But yeah, there might be a little toilet break in here, as there always is. There always is. Should I play... you asked me that one already. I have Gvardiol, McNeil, and Van de Ven. Oof. Do I play a free hit? No, I wouldn't play a free hit. I'd rather just play with 10 than use a free up. Like, a free hit is going to be more useful for you in a double game week. 8 Nuri instead of Gvardiol? Yep. Yep. This is the thing, right? If I had Son for this game week, I'd definitely keep him. Purely because everybody's captaincy next week is pants. It's just terrible. And Son will be the best captaincy option next week by a country mile. And if you've got him over everybody else and he pops off, fair play. That could be like a season-defining captain. It really, really could. It really, really could, to be honest. Should I replace McNeil? I think he'll be back after this game. So, and for his price point, again, if you can get away with benching him this week, I think you'll be fine. I really, really do. I do. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. In terms of the poll as well, we're closing in on 1,000 people voting on that poll, and it does have Salah as the best captaincy option for game week 10. So if you've not got Salah this week, could be a little bit painful. Is Smith Rowe still good? Yeah, he's still good. He's still good. A lot of people, I think, are maybe overthinking it a little bit. Actually, what I want to do, I want to get the Fantasy Football Hub up. By the way, guys, if you want to go and check out Fantasy Football Hub for yourself, there is a link in the description. I think they're still running a free 7-day trial. Right, let's get midfielders in here. Let's get the next 5 game weeks, and let's knob this down to like 6 mil. Who's it putting as top? Semenyo, Rodgers. Lewis Potter's actually been really good, but I think with the competition of Sharda and who else have they got on the left-hand side? Probably not worth going for. Smith Rowe, someone just asked me about him. Still fancy for predicted points as well. Like, there's nobody on here that I'd be absolutely dying to move to. So, for me personally, I don't necessarily think it's maybe worth wasting a transfer on. So, Maino's probably the only one that I would be really, really tempted with. He looks like a right tasty little option. But again, he's on 4 yellow cards. So, yeah. But those fixtures are pretty nice. They are pretty good. Solanke has looked totally invisible. Yeah, he's looked terrible. I think if I had Solanke this week, I would take him out. I really would. Should I replace McNeil? I'm sorry if you've already answered. Yeah, I just went through all the cheap options there. There's nobody, like, exceptional that I think's worth wasting a transfer on, for me personally. That's just my take on it. But again, each their own, I guess. But that's probably the way that I'd go with that one. I don't necessarily think there's anybody that I'd be gagging to get in the side. I know they have Carvalho on the left, but he doesn't even make it on the pitch. Did you not? Keane Lewis Potter, mate, was on fire against Ipswich. He was incredible. I don't think Carvalho is getting a sniff in that side at the moment. I don't. Keane Lewis Potter was incredible. I've got 2.5 million in the bank and 1 free transfer. 3 flag players: Wood, McNeil. I think you could just get away with the 1 transfer. I think you could just get away with the VDV to 8 Nuri one. Bringing Garnacho next game week, not a bad option. Not a bad option. The fixtures for United are pretty saucy, aren't they? Those next three. They are a pretty saucy set of fixtures. You can't lie about that one. You cannot lie. Keep those questions coming in, guys. Let's also have a look at the cheap forwards options as well. I know a few people have obviously been asking about these, so let's bump that up to 6 point. Let's get Thingy in here as well, Cunha. 6.6. So your top one over the next few weeks is going to be Chris Wood. It is that game week 13 one that is obviously kind of pulling him up. Cunha as well, pretty decent set across the next few. That's why I've been recommending him to people. Over going for Vissa as well. It is tight, but Vissas are also pretty decent as well. Raul Jimenez as well. Also some great projected points coming up across the next few for him. So could also be a decent option. Then we start to fall away. Obviously, João Pedro predicted to be back in the next few weeks. So maybe around that game week 12 period. We are going to be looking at Brighton forwards, and they could be really, really tasty options going forward. Game week 11 as well, some good fixtures coming up for Bournemouth, so maybe Evan Nielsen also starts to feature as well. Calvert-Lewin and Vardy probably not going to be players I would be looking to pick up. Neither is Strand Larsen. That's why I said the difference between that mil, I would try and find the extra mil between Strand Larsen and Cunha for me. I just would. Do I think Vardy will start? I do. When will you lock in your transfers? I'm not making any transfers. I'm rolling this week, so no transfers for me. Should I sell Haaland and Trent if it makes me bring in Salah, Saka and Palmer for Son for a -8? I don't like the -8, but I like all the players. That would be a very, very stacked team in midfield. It really, really would. But for a -8, probably not going to be worth it. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Obviously, we've got about an hour and a half to go. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to another game week. Obviously, we've got next game week, and then it is, unfortunately, an international break. As well, we are heading out to Latvia for the second channel next week. This week? Coming up? Yeah, this week, actually. So that will be out on the second channel probably next Monday. So obviously, if you've not subscribed to that channel as well, make sure you're heading over there, checking that stuff out as well. Diaz to Bowen and Solanke to Cunha. I like both of those moves you suggested. Already transferred in Saka with the free transfers, but considering Palmer now for a hit. I went through this earlier, right? I think Palmer could be a player you keep until game week 28, and a player that I would be absolutely dying to get into my team. Play free of Aina, Gabriel, Trent, 8 Nuri. Gabriel, Trent, 8 Nuri. I'd bench Aina. I could be a little bit costly and you could have a player with a clean sheet on the bench, but I feel all the other ones probably have a little bit more upside to them. And when you're paying more premium prices for Gabriel and Trent, I feel you have to play them. Have one free transfer. Should I go Saka to Salah or Mbeumo plus Watkins to Vissa plus Salah for a hit? I don't necessarily think you need to go Salah to Saka. Like, Saka's going to be a player a lot of people want around game week 12. So maybe not the hit, but maybe look at other ways to get them in. Build up some transfers over the next few weeks as well. How do I see Mbeumo in the next 5 fixtures? Easy hold. Genuinely an easy hold. We've got a player who's on penalties, playing for a pretty good attacking side. I'm happy to hold him for the next 5. Saka to Palmer for a -8? No, not for a -8. Thoughts on my team? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a pretty good team. I see why you've got a pretty decent rank. You've got the same 3 premiums as me, so I like it. I do like it. Right, hopefully we're back up. Right, hopefully we're back up. Hopefully we're back up, I hope. I hope to God we're back up. By the way, my computer just literally, like, killed itself. It just went, nope, and turned off randomly. I've never, ever experienced that from my computer, so I do apologise. But yeah, it's just literally kabutted itself. But we're back. We are back. We were never going to be away for too long. Hopefully my computer doesn't do that again, or that is really concerning. But yeah, it basically just said error and then just shut itself down. So yeah, that's a little bit concerning, to say the least. Let's put it that way. Let's say that it's a little bit concerning. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. Yeah, we do team reviews as well. No, it wasn't my internet this time. It was actually the computer, which is more concerning. I'd rather the internet go down. That's fine. We can just complain to Sky and get money. But the computer going down, that's not good. That's not good. That is not good. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We'll get some of these answered as long as my computer stays healthy, please. What do you think of Tommy Doyle? Not an option. Don't pick him. Easy. Oh my god, you hit 10k. Yep, we hit 10k on Sunday. It was absolutely, yeah, wild. There's a video on my Twitter as well where we obviously let off a confetti cannon and it goes everywhere. It's great. It's great. Yeah, I might need to get a fan on the computer. It's probably overheating. Like, it does do a lot of streaming and obviously editing and stuff like that. It might need a little bit of a clean as well. But yeah, maybe I'll take a look at it. Should I play Raya to Onana? I don't think goalkeeper transfers are worth it, in my opinion. Never would make a one. Yep, if you want to send over your teammate, that is perfectly fine. Just remember, make sure you are following me as well. Blow on it later. Hi mate, would you start Vardy or Solanke today? I would actually go Vardy. Like, this is a fixture where you'd want to play him. Best Wolves midfielder, wouldn't touch any Wolves midfielders. You're looking at 8 Nuri, Cunha or Strand Larsen as their only options for me. Winks and Rodgers, what about them? I'm going to TC Rodgers this game week. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thoughts on my team? It's a good team. It's a good team. On my wildcard game week 12 plans, is it worth to sell Watkins for someone else for 2 weeks? His fixtures aren't ideal. Potentially. Maybe a Cunha. Maybe a Raul Jimenez. Maybe somebody like that. But I could see Watkins scoring today very easily. I genuinely could. Congrats on the 10k again, boss. Question. I have doubts on Wood, Gvardiol and McNeil. Have you seen any team news or know their situation? I think Wood should be okay. Gvardiol will have to wait and see. Maybe we might get a team leak. McNeil, not looking good, I don't think, for McNeil. But you never know. I'd still probably maybe keep all of them. Son out, Saka in. Don't think I'd do that move. I'd want Son for next week in terms of captaincy. Best captain apart from Haaland and Salah? Probably going to be Cole Palmer, isn't it then? Or Saka. Already sent it in already yesterday. Oh, if you wouldn't mind sending it again, please, mate. Just because like I've had that many people tweet me. It would take me ages to find it. Should I sell Solanke for Cunha and Robertson for 8 Nuri? I like both of those moves. Goalkeeper transfers are only worth it if you're trying to get funds for elsewhere. Yep. No worries, mate. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Make sure as well you are hitting that subscribe button, as it does help the channel out. Also likes as well. It does push it out to more people, which is what exactly we want to see on this channel as well. Hopefully the computer doesn't kaput itself again. I'm a little bit worried about the computer now. Hopefully it doesn't kaput itself. You'd still have the 2, mate. You'd still have the 2. When would I sell Haaland? Probably I'm looking around game week 12 I might sell Haaland. Yeah. I mean, if you've got no transfers left, your team looks in a fine state, wouldn't be taking any minuses. Leave as is. Leave as is. Start Mikalenko or Rodgers? Probably Mikalenko for me. Right, let's have a look. See if people have sent me over their team. Tom sent me over his team. He said, this is my team. Nice. Sells, Davis, Porro, Dalot. It's a good team. I like it. I like it, mate. It's looking very good. Very, very good. Best McNeil replacement? Probably going to be Semenyo, but they've got a difficult fixture this week. Longer term, he is a player I would be looking at. Vardy or Leif Davis today? Ipswich don't keep clean sheets, so I'm going to go with Vardy on that one. Who do I start between Gvardiol and Gabriel? Probably Gabriel. I don't expect Gvardiol to play. I expect Gabriel to play. Yeah, nothing on Gabriel yet, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Little bit unfortunate. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, guys. make sure you're getting them in. Nice and early. Do I think Solanke will get points this week? Probably not. I actually think Villa will win. I think Villa will win and put a lot of pressure on Ange. I think that's probably the way it's going to go. Haaland cap or Salah cap? I'm going with Salah purely down to predicted points. The fact that Brentford are pretty wobbly as a defence as well. So that's probably the way I'm going to go with that one. In terms of that. So yeah, that's probably the way I'm going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. How do I send my team to rate? You can either write it out in the chat and we'll get round to it. Or you can send it over on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under one of my most recent tweets and I'll get it reviewed for you. Very easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Just like that. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of today's deadline. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes. Obviously, we'll be live all the way up until the deadline. So good stuff. Villa like playing Spurs. They don't like playing us. Nice. Best replacement for Eze. Mbeumo. Bowen. Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. They're probably my top picks for this week. Yeah, he's playing against Brighton. Did I say Bournemouth again? Sorry. Haaland's playing against Bournemouth. Sorry. Captain Son, Palmer or Haaland? Haaland for me. Out of all those ones you've suggested there, mate. Palmer probably is your vice. Any questions you do have, guys, do keep them ticking along and we'll get them answered in today's stream as well. Obviously, if you're new around here as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Holly says that Gvardiol will be fine. What news has Holly got then? What news has Holly got? I mean, if Holly's saying it, she must have something reliable. She must have something reliable, surely then. That's an interesting one, isn't it? That's an interesting development. Well, if Holly's saying he's fine, then he probably is then, isn't he, really? Probably is. Yes, I genuinely can't believe Saka went up last night. Like, he wasn't predicted to go up anywhere across all like the price changes apps and stuff like that. He wasn't. And then he's gone up, which is bizarre. It's genuinely bizarre, isn't it? I am not Tom Hadley. No, that is not me. I am not Tom Hadley, mate. That is not my name. So if you're looking for Tom Hadley, you've got the wrong one. What did I want to look at? I wanted to look at price changes, didn't I? Antonio increasing, Jesus. Rico Lewis looks like he potentially could be going up tonight. A lot of people bringing him in. 8 Nuri again could be on the rise. That doesn't surprise me. In terms of downs, maybe Gabriel. But I think I'd still hold him, to be honest. Calvert-Lewin on the drop as well. Oh, dear me, Calvert. Not a drop for you, Sunshine. Not a drop for you. Howard Bellis or Pau Torres to start. I think this is probably a fixture where maybe Howard Bellis. Like, Everton don't score a lot of goals, so I probably would go Howard Bellis on that one. Digne or Robinson to start. I would go with Robinson. Do I think Rodri deserves the Ballon d'Or? I think he should have already won it a few seasons ago. I actually think he was more instrumental to the treble-winning City side than Haaland was that year, and wasn't even mentioned within the conversations. But yeah, I probably would have taken a -8 if he'd been mudded. Yeah, valid. But yeah, I think Rodri's deserved it, as he is one of the best midfielders in the world, in my opinion. I'm a huge Rodri fan, but I don't think this year has been his best year playing football. But yeah, I can't believe Vinny had a little cry about it as well. Like, grow up. Grow up. It's only a little award. You know what I mean? Grow up. Oh dear. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who should have won the Ballon d'Or this year? Should it have been Vinny or should it have been Rodri? Let me know. Or someone else. Someone else. Interesting looking at the poll now. We've had over 1,000 people vote, and it actually is suggesting that Salah is going to be captained by more people this week. than potentially Erling Haaland. So yeah, Eesh. Yeah. Do I start Winks or Rogers? Rogers 100%. Do I start Mikolenko or Aina? Do you think Robertson will start today? I don't think Robertson will start today, so I probably would recommend playing Mikolenko and Aina both over Robertson. Digne or Robinson? Robinson. Wildcard. I mean, you're already picking two potentially injured players in Gvardiol and McNeil. Luis Diaz won't play on the left. It'll be Gakpo. So yeah, probably would recommend back to the working board with that one. Yeah, I'll take a look at your team in a second, mate. 5.1 million Leicester mid looks good. Buonanotte doesn't. He does look really good, doesn't he? Right, it's not come through. Let's have a look if it's hidden away down here somewhere. But yeah, it's not come through. So make sure you are following me on Twitter. Otherwise, the teams unfortunately don't send. Yeah, it's not come through, so you probably need to just make sure you're dropping me a follow on Twitter and then send it me again. Doesn't look like we've got any early team news as of yet either. Yeah, no early team news as of yet. Jordan Skywalker, what a great name. FPL Tom, I'm dead here, mate. I'd appreciate any help or advice you can give me. 1 free transfer, by the way. I might have to take a few hits. Son's fine. Gabriel should be fine. Holly Shanders said Gvardiol's okay. Robertson and Diaz also problems. Okay, right. Let's have a look at this. Let's see how we could approach this. I mean, you've not got a wild card left, I'm guessing. So you could do Robertson to Delo. I think that'd be a fine move. Robertson to Delo, that'd be a good transfer. Or Robertson to Ait-Nouri, and that'd free up a lot of money. If you could do Robertson to Ait-Nouri, and it frees up enough money to maybe get a Palmer or a Saka into that midfield for Diaz, I think that could be worth the -4 to do. Alright? The other flag players I think will actually be fine, so I wouldn't worry potentially too much about those. But yeah, that's probably what I'd recommend there, mate. Robertson to Dallo or Robertson to Ait-Nouri. If that frees up enough money to get you a Saka in here or a Palmer instead of Luis Diaz, that would be great. If not, I don't know if that midfield slot's probably going to be worth it. Maybe a Bruno. Maybe an Ait-Nouri and a Bruno, potentially. And that for a -4, potentially. That could be something. Right, we'll do these 2 team reviews, and then I need to go to the boys' room, to be honest. It's that time. It is that time. Jake sent me his team in. Let's have a look at this bad boy. It's Pickford, Justin, Robertson, Gvardiol, Bruno, Adama. Okay. Gakpo. He's brought Gakpo in. Oh. All right, okay. Oh, Cody's in. All right, it's not a bad team, Jake. Hopefully it does well, mate. Hopefully it does well. Godin sent me his team over. Few flag players, but I think all of them should be okay. McNeil's probably the biggest out of all of them, but I reckon Gabriel might play, so I reckon you could be alright in that one. Hi Tom, brought in Vista for Calvert-Lewin, 1 free transfer and 0.2 million. What do I think? Yeah, team's looking really, really good. Obviously, Robertson, potentially a little bit of a doubt, so I would actually start Fass instead of Robertson this week for me personally, with him being a doubt. So yeah. Right, I am just going to quickly nip to the toilet because I've been streaming for like 2 and a bit hours and I need the toilet. So I'm going to go to the toilet. Get your questions in. Any dilemmas that you do have as well. Obviously, FPL Coin is here as well if you want to have a flip on that. Maybe you split between 2 decisions. And like I said, we'll get some more questions answered, but I just quickly need the toilet. So I'm going to go for that one. Right, give me a second. Right. Kids have been dropped off. The kids have been dropped off. We're back. We're back. I am back as well for everybody that's worrying about me. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here. We just need to drop the kids off. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes before the deadline as well. Obviously, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing as well. Get your questions into the chat. And if you want to type your team out, that's fine. If you want to send it me on Twitter as well, also fine with me. Will McNeil play? I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Can you tell which? Probably defense. I'd start to look to obviously take it out. Would you play a -8 or a -12? Would it be worth it for future weeks? I mean, if you've not got a wild card left and it sets you up really nicely, then potentially yes. But if I've got the wild card left, I'd be playing that this week. Depends how bad the state of the team is, isn't it? Really, really does depend how bad that team state is. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of today's deadline. Kids have been dropped off. Never use that. Hey, it's just code word, isn't it? It's just code word. Any injury updates? Not as of yet. Apparently Holly was saying that Gvardiol should be fine, so I don't know what she's saying with that one, but maybe one to consider. Maybe one to consider. Nothing as of yet, though. Nothing as of yet. Hang about. Is he back in this chat? Is he back in this chat? If I give him some transfer suggestions, I know. He's going to do that one. Morning, boss. Sent my team. Bit puzzled to start Smith Rowe or if I should bench McNeil, saving my transfers for game week 12. Look at him. Look at him learning, eh? I'd actually play Smith Rowe over McNeil. I would. Yeah, I'd play Smith Rowe over McNeil for me, mate. That's the way I'd go with that one. Who was the other one who sent their team in? FPL Justice, 1 free transfer, Diaz to Bowen. Makes sense. I'd be maybe tempted if I've got the money, maybe a Bruno Fernandes or a Garnacho. Might be also more interesting punts for future weeks coming forward. -4 to bring in Salah and Cunha this week for Haaland and Semenyo game week 11, or game week 12 Saka and Raul Jimenez for Son and Solanke. I prefer the second options you suggested there, mate. Yeah, he's all right. His expected goal involvement, I think, is the lowest I think I had a look at in the video last week. I think it's like 0.19. So yeah, probably not a player I would recommend for me personally. Yeah, I think I probably would leave it. I don't think there's anybody. Oh, come on, man. You know. After a Palmer Cook session tomorrow, old Carmy Bix is gonna absolutely slap you apart. How do you plan on getting him in? Because he's gonna be in everybody's team for 12. Obviously, building those transfers up. Is Haaland coming out? Let me know. I reckon you might be taking Haaland out. You think he's a fraud anyway, so I reckon he might be coming out. I'm back in a few weeks, by the way, if you want to go play some darts as well. Obviously, we'll speak about it in the group chat, but yeah, I'm back in a few weeks if you want to go play some darts. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, any dilemmas that you've got as well, get them in the chat, and we will try to answer as many as we possibly can. Boom, 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 boom. About an hour as well till the deadline, so it's going quite quick today. Hi Powell's, thoughts on Watkins as a differential captain with Spurs injuries at the back? I think having Watkins alone will be a big enough differential. I don't think I'd worry about captaining him. I think go safe with your captaincy pick, and just having Watkins will be a big enough differential for me personally. Yeah, it always happens, doesn't it? Like I'm terrified of taking him out, to be honest. Wonderful stuff, mate. Yeah, we'll get some arrows going. I'll bring the NPC darts as well. Start Smith Rowe or Mavididi. I think I'd actually play Mavididi this week. Force on removing Welbeck and getting Cunha. Not a bad option. Yeah, it's not the worst idea. It isn't the worst idea. But obviously clean sheet percentages are down, so maybe it would be smarter to obviously just play with a back three and just play with the more expensive midfielders. No worries, man. Anytime. I have 4 injured players. Gabriel should be fine. Gavardio, Hoyshansen's fine. I think Son will be fine. McNeil. What free transfer should I do? I think most of those are going to be fine, so I wouldn't maybe worry about it as much. Transfer Colwell, Jackson or Rodgers out. Might go Konate for Colwell. Cunha, Raul for Jackson. I mean, why are you taking Jackson out? Like, game week 12, there's a big swing for Chelsea. If you've not got a wild card left, probably want to look at keeping some of those boys in. Cool, yeah. It looks like we've had a few people send over their teams, so we'll go and check that out over on Twitter as well. Cool. 1 free transfer. Who should I transfer in this team? Antonio. Oh my days, Antonio. That's made me feel ill. That's made me feel really ill. I mean, I probably would do Antonio to Vissa. Oh my, I can't believe we've got Antonio in here. The rest of the team looks alright though. I don't know who this Townsend bloke is. Probably want to get an 8 Nuri in here, maybe for a House or a Townsend or a Keane. Yeah. Oh dear. Sorry to message again, but what do you think about this? Do you think of a -12 Haaland? I like all the players you have suggested. The -12 isn't the worst option in the world here. It would reset the team. It is just the fact that it is a -12 though. But sometimes they work out. They do work out. So you know what, mate? It all seems like everybody you're bringing in there is sensible, good for the future as well. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's not pulling through, mate. But I couldn't see it again there. So maybe one to consider. Start Lewis or Rodgers? Probably Lewis this week. I probably would play Lewis. Probably would play Lewis this game week. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Ooh, we only need 10 more subscribers to go to hit 10.2. Zooey mama, we're cooking today. You guys have been great. Genuinely been really, really good across the board as always. So I massively appreciate everybody that comes to these streams. You are just legends. Like there is no way of getting around it. You are just legends. Like genuinely, just really, really good. Never have any problems with anybody. It's a great community we're building here, and I like you guys. You're not bad, are you? You're not bad. You're pretty decent. You are pretty decent. Just having a look around some other streamers as well, seeing what captaincy poll is. Oh, FPL Raptors one is actually Haaland with more captains than Salah. Oof. Start Aina or 8 Nuri? 8 Nuri for me. True, no one can ever go anywhere without a little bit of risk, and if it's an educated and well thought out risk, why not? You know what I mean? If it gives you players that are looking decent for future game weeks, be my guest, go for it. Start Rodgers or Diblin? Rodgers 100% for me on that one. We'll be going with Rodgers. Baby. I don't know why that song's in my head. It's on TikTok all the time. It's like dun 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 dun. Baby. Like that. All the time. Captain Palmer, I reckon he could call. Bro, if you wanna have a go on the coin, nobody's had a go on the coin for a while. If you want to have a go on the coin, if you split between certain decisions as well, then do let me know. But yeah, if you fancy a little cheeky go on the coin, you let me know and we'll sort it out for you. Don't worry about that one. Bum. Baby. I could turn into a -8 and just start DCL. Do you think that would be? Yeah, I think you could just keep with DCL for one more week. -8's a little bit more manageable, I would say, as well going forward. So yeah, I reckon I'll probably do that. Hi, are there any leaks surrounding Dwight McNeil? No, we've not had anything. Thoughts on Foden captain? Not for me. There's so many better options this week. Let's have a look at this team. 1 free transfer. Did Gabriel to 8 Nuri like an idiot. Should have sold Colwell as I'm looking to get rid of him. What would you do? I probably would leave it as is. I think your team's fine for this game week. No problem. Start to build some transfers for the fixture swings around 12. Let's have a look if there's any sort of leaked team news kicking about. Jeremy Doku on Instagram. Bro, if... I just spell Holland blank event. Boom. Yeah, I really despise Jeremy Doku. I think he's one of the worst football players I've ever seen. He impacts City in such a way. He'll make Gvardiol a lot better, a lot worse of an asset as well. That's why Gvardiol's been performing so well, is because... Have they actually put Eze on this graphic? Oh, no, it's not Eze. Whoops. Whoops. Don't view it as that. Don't view it as that. But yeah. Oh, we've had a few more, I think, sent through. Have we not? No, it's just people liking my tweet. Sweet. Sweet. Do keep the questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Cons are out for Rico Lewis. Villa's fixtures do turn in the next few, but Rico Lewis will see some rotations. They will. Oh, Doku's terrible. He's genuinely terrible. Watch him come away with like a massive haul this week. But I genuinely think Jeremy Doku is the reason City don't win games, or the reason Haaland struggles. Slanky to Cunha for a -4. Not for a -4. I wouldn't do that move. No, not for me. Who is better, Fulham defence or Newcastle? Good question. Let me quickly look at expected goals conceded. I actually want to say it's thingy, isn't it? Team stats. Where is it? Expected goals conceded. Where the f is it? XG conceded, right. Fulham are actually the better defence this season in terms of those expected goals conceded. So yeah, that's probably where my mind would be at with that one. Villa have actually flown up as well. They're at 9. Wowee. Okay. Villa defence maybe worth holding on to be honest. But yeah, Brighton are currently the 8th worst defence in the league according to expected goals conceded. So that is why we've gone with Salah. Plus he's higher on the predicted points this week as well. So yeah. Thinking of dibbling Haaland to Salah, Havertz. Someone tempt me to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you want to ask the coin is here. We can do you a little heads or tails. Jamie, don't encourage that sort of behaviour. Yeah. The United ones for that 3-week period could also be decent as well. Cash 4.4 and has 3. Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe Cash is one potentially going under the radar a little bit. Maybe. Let's bust the coin out. Let's go, baby. Right. Heads, you do it. Tails, you don't. Alright? Let's land on tails on my chair. Tails was you don't do it. So you don't do it. There we go. The coin has spoken. The holy coin has spoken. So you got to trust the coin. Yeah, I think Wood will play. Start Rodgers or Johnson this week. I would probably back the home team and go Brennan Johnson. No, Haaland is the way forward. It might be. It might be. Around game week 12. Actually, we've spoke about it, but I hope it's this one. It is. I got it right. So obviously, looking at here, right? These are the fixtures from 10 to 20, right? And after probably this Brighton game where if you've not got Son, I think Haaland probably is a good captain option that week, right? So let's say from game week 12 onwards, you're not captaining him probably until the Palace game, the Everton game, or the Leicester game. So there's 3 game weeks in that spell where you're probably going to be captaining Haaland, right? You could very easily captain Salah against Everton. That would cover it off. You've also then got in that fixture where he's got Everton. You've got Arsenal against Ipswich. Salah against Leicester. All at home as well, by the way. And then even in that one, you've got Cole Palmer there to cover him off. And then it's not like your other players have bad fixtures either when Haaland's got a difficult game. They've got West Ham away and Brentford away, who are, at the moment, at the time of obviously this being live, pretty terrible defences for XG conceded. So it is what it is. Coin mudded. Not the coin. Not the coin. He's not been mudded. Never mud the coin. Start Leif Davis or Aina. Probably Aina. Yeah, I like those moves of Turkey in a bush. The coin has no relevance. Oh no. Alright, coin me. 12 or 8. Alright. 12 is tails. 8 is heads. Okay. It's tails. Tails is 12. Get it in. Should I sell Haaland to get Cunha and Salah? It's not the worst idea, especially if you're doing it for free transfers. Obviously, we're talking about Haaland here, and I'm saying post-game week 12, there's probably only going to be 2 weeks where you want to captain him. And I feel like the other players could massively deliver across this time period as well. Best replacement for Eze? Probably Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, somebody like that. And then Buemo if you don't own him. Yeah. The coin has spoken, mate. The coin has spoken. You don't have to trust the coin. If you don't want to trust the coin, you don't have to. But it is the holy coin. Hey, Katie, I'm doing good. There's going to be no changes for me this week. There's going to be no... Whoa. A turkey in a bush. We cannot question the what's it called? The validity of the coin. The coin speaks for all right? I'm the bewilderer of the coin. I control what it does, okay? Don't you be coming here trying to question my coin and its value. I'll trust the coin. Woo! But if it fails this week, we know the coin's a fraud, right? We know the coin's a fraud. Okay, we'll do one more coin flip, yeah? We'll do Salah as tails, Haaland as heads, okay? For captaincy for this week, and that will prove it. That will prove whether or not the coin is a fraud. It's tails. The coin is saying Salah this week. That's the way I'm going anyway, but the coin has spoken for those that were potentially on the fence. The coin has spoken. Cunha or Vissa? Cunha for me. Johnson or Garnacho? Garnacho. Foden to Salah to Vissa for a -4. I don't hate those moves, so yeah. Am I good to send my team? You are. No, get out. No, of course you are. No problems. Well, surely the coin is valid, then it'll say so when flip it. Don't question the coin. The coin did tell me to TC Haaland as well, and it backfired. The coin is a bit of a fraud. Let's put it that way. He's a bit of a dick. But he's still the coin, and we can never question the coin. Is Mateus Nunes? I think for the next 2, yes, with City's injuries, but longer term, not really. So maybe unless you're wildcarding in 12, not really worth consideration for me personally. Start 3 of Gvardiol, Mikalenko, Robertson, Konza. It will be, for me, Mikalenko, Gabriel and Gvardiol. And then probably have Konza above Robertson as the bench sub. Yeah. You've got to build those transfers across that period, obviously, if you've got away. Make coin holy again. Bro, the coin, he's just got a power, hasn't he? He's just... The holy coin. The holy coin has spoken. We'll have to wait and see this week if he's actually any good, isn't he? Oh dear, dear, dear. What has this stream come to, by the way, where we're chatting to a coin? Now that I have the funds, Trent or 8 Nuri? 8 Nuri for me. Haaland, Diblin, McNeil, Trent, Cunha, Saka, Salah, 8 Nuri from -4. Worth it? Oh. Yes. I'm going to say yes to that -4. Please coin Watkins and Foden to Vissa and Salah for a -4. Alright. Head says yes. Tails says no. Alright. Heads yes. Tails no. It's heads. Yes. You're doing it. Vissa or Cunha? Cunha for me. Bestow thy wisdom. Yep. The coin knows all. And Buemo and Vissa, Pedro and Semeno. And Buemo and Vissa. No, I think you'll be fine. I think your other defenders should cover it off. It's not worth the minus for me, in my opinion. Free transfers. I'm thinking Solanke to Vissa. Any thoughts? Yeah, I think I'd actually prefer Cunha just because you get that Southampton game next week. So yeah, if I was to downgrade Solanke, it would be to Cunha. I think you might get a couple price rises ahead of his Southampton game next week as well. So yeah, that's probably the way that I'd lean with that one. Obviously, the plan for you, I reckon, is to try and get Cole Palmer in here somehow. So maybe look to rest the rest of those transfers. Is that right? Till 12. So you can do a little bit of restructuring. But yeah, I reckon Cunha would be the one you'd want. You're the one that I want. One that I want. Sometimes I just baffle myself, don't I? I can't believe that. Very sus as always. Very sus. He'll probably start again. Bad news. Oh no. Oh, not Calvert-Lewin again. Any leaks? Nothing as of yet, mate. Obviously, we'll try and keep you posted if we do get any leaks along the way. McNeil or Brennan Johnson? Brennan Johnson. The coin knows all. No worries, Katie. Anytime. How is my team? Looks decent. Looks decent. Archer's an interesting pick, but yeah, it's one of those. They've got a decent fixture this weekend, Everton, so why not? I did. Album of the year is a bit overrated. I don't know whether or not I've gone off Tyler, the Creator, a little bit. I don't know. Maybe my music taste has changed a little bit, but there's some good songs in there. The kind of the vibe I like for Tyler, the Creator is a little bit more like his earlier stuff. Like Eagle is one of my favourite albums of all time, but the song that I liked the most was Take Your Mask Off with Daniel Caesar. I kind of like that sort of vibe to it. That's more like the Tyler, Creator I like. Like, I didn't like his last album because it was just like pure like 90s rap. That's alright, but it has to have a good like beat behind it to be a good 90s rap song for me personally. But yeah, I'll probably have another listen over the weekend again. I've kind of just like, I listen to a lot of music. Anybody that knows me like well knows that I listen to a lot of music. But recently, like, I used to just sit down at night and just put on albums and stuff. But yeah, maybe I just need to do that tonight. Once I film the video, just have a little bit of a me night, put my headphones on. There's like a few albums that have come out recently that I just need to listen to like completely. Put my phone away, like on the other side of the room, just get into bed and put some music on. I reckon I might do that tonight. As you can tell, I live an exciting life here. Who do I reckon wins album of the year then? It'll be someone crap like pop that I don't even listen to. I don't really like pop music. Yeah, the lyrics were great. Sorry if I'm like dodging FPL questions here. We are talking about music and I do like music a lot. I also really like Daniel Caesar. great guy. He makes some incredible music. 8 Nuri or Lewis? Probably 8 Nuri going kind of, yeah, that way. Yeah, J. Cole's really good as well. Yeah, J. Cole's, yeah, big fan of J. Cole. Lots of people, like, I used to, like, Anderson .Paak as well, I absolutely used to love listening to, but again, cannot really listen to him this year. Same with Matt Miller as well. Yeah. I reckon Gabriel will play. Nah, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. Happy to talk about these things anytime. If you've got, like, any normal questions, it does take it, like, a lot of the time, these streams will be the same questions, won't they? Someone put that guy on mute. No spamming. No spamming. Is Captain and DCL over Salah dumb? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Coin said Salah cap, so surely he got to listen. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put that guy on mute for a minute. Put user on timeout. There you go, mate. You can have a little timeout. A little timeout. That'll sort you out. Oh, dear. Cunha and Robinson or Visser and 8 Nuri. Visser and 8 Nuri, I think, would probably be the better ones I maybe would say go for. My rank is around 2.8 million. I mean, we were 5 million 2 weeks ago. We've had like a big jump over the past few weeks. We've got about 45 minutes till the stream finishes up, guys. So do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's stream. Do I captain Palmer and Buemo, Watkins, Cunha? Probably Palmer out of all of those ones, Liam, would be the ones that I'd go for, mate. But I think the ideal captains this week are going to be Salah or Haaland for me, personally. Take your mask off. Boom, 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 boom. Great song. Great song. Do you think I'll need to get rid of Haaland soon? Potentially. I think we spoke about it a little bit earlier in the stream. I said around game week 12 could be the option to go and get rid of him. I think just because of how highly owned he is, it always makes it difficult to go without him. Kovacic or Rodgers? Rodgers. Son or Wood? Son. Eminem, Beethoven, Linkin Park. There is some chase and stays. There are some wildly varying tastes. Genuinely some wildly varying tastes in there, mate. I love it, though. I love it. I've got really big into, like, house music this year. Big fan of that one. But at the same time, like, I love... Yeah, I just love all sorts. Like, if I scrolled through my songs here, like, we've got some Travis Scott, Tyler, the Creator. Then we've got, like, the Jacksons. We've got then some house music, a bit of Bobby Caldwell. If you don't know about Bobby Caldwell, get to know. Mac Ayres as well is really underrated. Ozzy Osbourne, like, it's just all sorts in here. Snoop Dogg, house music, Toto, Hold the Line. What a great song that is, by the way. Jack Marlowe, really good house music. 50 Cent. There's so much variety. I'm loving this chat about music as well. I'm breaking it up a little bit. Is Gabriel? I reckon Gabriel will play. Any news about Wood? No, but he looks all right. All right, my -12 is locked in. Palmer, Raul, 8 Nuri, Salah. Hopefully it works out for you, my friend. Hopefully it works out for you. Oh, my tummy's making some rumbly noises. Let's have a look if we've had any early team news. I don't think we have. I think we're all good. Yeah, look all good in that regard. Oh, Toto are so good. Georgie Porgy is incredible. Genuinely, Georgie Porgy, underrated. Afternoon Tom just came off the Golden Goal stream. How's he doing? Is he doing good? Is he close to 10k? He should be by now. I just bench, mate. Play Henderson or Raya. Raya. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. If Salah blanks this week, we know the coins are fraud. Eze to Saka and Trent to Konate or Eze to Garnacho. Just the Eze to Garnacho one for me personally, mate. Probably all you need on that regard. Good. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, go for it. Anybody else as well that has any sort of music interest, let me know. Let me know. do let me know. Just over 200 to hit 10k. Boom. He'll definitely do that then in the next few days. He'll definitely do that in the next few days. How many points did you get in Game Week 9? 70 something? 74? 75? 76? Something like that. Andy is a Villa fan, by the way, so he probably is one of the best people to recommend a Villa defender if you are looking at them. Probably, I would say, maybe around Game Week 12, that's where I'm going to pick them up. Semenyo 100% over Diblin. Yeah, for me. Diblin came off at like half time in the last game as well. Take your mask off. Foden and Flecken for Salah and Kelleher. Kelleher probably won't be starting after the international break, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Yeah. Is it time to sell Haaland? Yeah, we've been having this discussion quite a bit in today's stream. Probably around Game Week 12 is going to be the period we do sell off Erling Haaland. That's probably going to be the period that we look to sell him off. I mean, that looks pretty much identical to my content. Because it is. It is my content. What? What? The guy, what's this guy doing? Oh my days, I found someone who's copying my content. Like, it literally is my thumbnails. Right? Genuinely, it's my thumbnails. We're going to get him up. FPL Davenport. I can't actually genuinely believe this. Someone has decided to copy my thumbnails. Like, not even like, oh, like, they're the same colour scheme. Like, look at that. Right? Look at this guy's content. It's my thumbnails. It's my thumbnails. The guy's literally just pinched my thumbnails and gone, yeah, you know what? That'll do. How's he getting away with this? Oh, he literally has just got my thumbnails, right? And yeah, copied them. They're literally my thumbnails. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess that means we're doing pretty good and my thumbnails must be of decent quality for them to nick. Like, but yeah, that's literally my thumbnails. So, yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. What an L this guy's taken, by the way. We're going to go find him on Twitter after the stream finishes and drop him a message. I'll just be like, yeah, please do not use my content again. Please do not use my content again. Because he literally just, yeah. Yeah, what a dick. That is wild. Genuinely wild. Like, just pinching somebody's stuff. It's not even like, oh, okay, it's similar. Look at it. It's literally the same. It's literally the same. The guy's going, yeah, that'll do. I'll nick that. That's the one he's nicked. I'll nick that. What the hell? Right, we're going to have to go and find this guy afterwards. We'll sort him out. Yeah. That is wild. That is genuinely crazy. Genuinely crazy. Yeah. That's that's one to obviously take a look at, isn't it? How do I even find it? It popped up on my For You page, like on my YouTube channel, right? So I'm on my laptop here. It's like, basically it's just FPL content. Like, I always like to consume a lot of FPL content, see what other people are doing for inspiration, and like see like other small creators that are obviously coming up as well, and like offer them advice and help and stuff like that. And then I was like, hang on, that's my thumbnail. And then I was like, but it's not my channel underneath it. Someone's gone, yeah, you know what, I'll nick it. I'll nick it. What a dick. What a dick. I guess that means my thumbnails are alright then. I guess if people are willing to nick them, then it's fine. But yeah, what a dickhead. Like, just create your own. Like, it's not hard, is it? There's no need to nick other people's works. So
Yeah, that is mind-boggling. Genuinely mind-boggling. Oh my days, that has hurt my head. It's hurt my head. It has hurt my head. What a weapon. What a weapon. Honestly. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Yeah, he thought he'd get away with it, and now look. Cheers, turkey in a bush. I'm gonna keep that down. Cheers, mate. I'm just gonna quickly get my notes up and write that down. Yeah, it is. It's a great. It's great for. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it's a great set of like flattery. Like the thumbnails must be decent if people are willing to copy them. Not even copy them, just screen grab them. But yeah, as you can tell, it's just annoyed me a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep the positive vibes going. You know what I mean? Let's keep the positive vibes going. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of today's deadline stream, any that you might be pondering in your mind. But yeah, thank you, a turkey in a bush, for sending me over his email. Ship him off to Latvia, bro. We're heading to Latvia, and I cannot wait. Obviously, if you've never watched any of the second channel content, we will be heading over to Latvia pretty soon. Wednesday, I think it is. Our flight's Wednesday. We'll be out there filming as well for another video. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yeah, like I don't mind if you take inspiration, whatever. That's fine. Like take inspiration from people. Like everybody in the FPL community's thumbnails are all a bit similar anyway, but don't just straight up crop and grab. Like that's just weird behavior. It really, really is. Like at the end of the day, just make your own stuff. Like take inspiration from other people, fine, whatever. Don't just pick it up and lift. Like, we're going to find out. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like, we're going to find out. Like, if your channel starts growing, we are going to see it. And we're going to go, well, you've copied me. If someone could find his Twitter handle as well, that would be massively appreciated. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? I just want to tell him to stop. That's all I want to do. So if someone's got his Twitter handle... whack it in the chat and we'll got. Yeah, I know I have more subs, but at the end of the day, I don't want people clicking on a video because they look at the thumbnail and it's my thumbnail and think it's me, and then it's like low quality content, and then when they see actually one of my videos and think, oh, that's not Tom. You know what I mean? So I don't want that confusion. Do I think Keane starts? Apparently, according to FOTMob, he does. I thought Bramthwaite would have been. What are my transfers for this week? I'm not planning on bringing anybody in. We're going to roll, take 2 into next week, and then probably look to get Cunha in ahead of the Southampton game. So yeah, that's the plan with my team at the moment. Cunha or Visser instead of Vardy? Both instead of Vardy for me. Better long-term holds. Cunha's probably the better one as well. Yeah, like, this is the thing, like, it doesn't bother me that he's used it. It bothers me more that it might impact people potentially watching my content or not watching my content because they've seen like the wrong video. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry guys. It is the coin, by the way. It is the coins channel now. Should I start Maddison or Rodgers? Good question. I would start Maddison. For me, I'd probably still start Maddison. You're paying obviously that more expensive price for him. Rodgers as well did come off a little bit earlier in the last game. I expect him to be back to playing decent minutes this week. But yeah, just one to maybe consider on that one. Absolutely raging. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Do you keep your questions coming in, guys? Any that you do have ahead of the deadline? Let me know. Apparently, according to Holly Shandy, he's going to be fine. But we'll obviously wait and see if we do get any leaks. Aina or Lewis, I probably would go Lewis on that one. We've got about half an hour till the deadline, guys. Keep your questions flooding in. Any that you do have ahead of that time period. Managers who didn't sell Haaland. Yeah, I'm probably in that bracket this week. Right, we need to post our team for this week. Right, let's get the tweet up. Lock. There we go. Game week 10, no transfers made. Going to roll and take 2 free transfers into next week. Egyptian King, Cap, baby. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have, we'll try and keep top of any news that might flood in. Nothing in terms of those early ones. Coin toss, please. McNeil or Raoul? Yeah, for you, my friend. We can do that. Heads, McNeil. Tails, Raoul. Alright? Tails. There you go, mate. There you go. Captain Salah or Mbuemo? Captain Salah all the way for me, mate. How much is in the bank? I've got currently nothing, I don't think, in my bank. I think it's quite empty. I think it is very, very empty. Sell Mavididi to Garnacho for a hit? Probably not for a hit. Bench one, Delap, Smith Rowe, Rogers. Probably Rogers. I have Robertson and Solanke with 1.1. Any advice? I'd take Robertson out. At least Solanke's playing games. Robertson's going to be benched this week. So yeah, I'd take him out. I'd take him out. Boom, 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 boom. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Obviously, if you're new around here as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Gavardio to start? Apparently so, yeah. He's not in the FOTMOB predicted lineup, though, so I would be careful. What's my rank? It's 2.8 million. We've had, like, a really decent rise over the past few weeks. We were around 5 million. I thought we were dead and buried, but we've managed to bring it back, and hopefully another green arrow this week could bring it back even further as well. Should I play Buonanotte versus Ipswich or Archer versus Leicester? Buonanotte for me. No budget issues, Trent or Virgil? I mean, I think a lot more people are going to be looking to free up money from the back line, but if I had to pick between the two, Trent. Yeah, maybe. Bench 2 of Palmer, Salah, Foden, Garnacho, and Mbuemo, Vardy, Raul, Solanke. I mean, probably Solanke's got to be in there, hasn't he, really? And then you're probably going to go maybe Garnacho. Stock Konza or Porro? Porro for me. Robertson to who? To Trent to free up money? I'd probably go 8 Nuri. If I had to pick a defender this week, 8 Nuri would be the one. When are you going to do a Fantasy Greek League so you can make another appearance? Bro, do I play in the Fantasy Greek League? I don't think I do. Gavardio news, nothing as of yet. I'll try and keep you across it if we do get any, but as of right now, we're not getting much. Son's been pictured on the Spurs thing here. So Son's training. 2 free transfers, 0.8 million in the bank. I'm thinking of selling Konza and Calvert-Lewin to Cunha, and I don't know who I should do. Should I just roll? I mean, Konza to Cunha makes sense, but ahead of Southampton, I probably would be tempted to keep him. The rest of the team looks fine, and I reckon you could just roll this week, mate. I really, really do. Konza keep or sell? I'm going to keep him because after 12, the fixtures pick back up for Villa. I mean, Robertson's apparently going to be benched for today, so that's the problem. So that's where I'd probably sell him today. And then, you know, they've got Champions League football, so he probably will play that one. It's like one of those, isn't it, really? Like, which game does he actually play? Start 2 out of Gavardio, Johnson, and Mazraoui. Probably I'd go Gavardio, Johnson, and then have Mazraoui on the bench. Yep, good luck to you as well, mate. Anybody that's had a flip on the coin as well, massive shout out to you for using the coin yet again, keeping its longevity. Maybe this week he might be a bit of a fraud though. Bench 1 of Trent, Mikalenko, Gabriel, Collins. Probably Collins out of all of those. Probably Collins out of all of those. We will try and keep you across any team leaks that we do get on Twitter. See if there's anything kicking about. Doesn't look like we've got anything as of yet, but we'll try and keep you across it. But yeah, people that have kept on, it looks pretty good. He's been pictured in this training video, so yeah, bodes well, and it's all over my timeline now. So there we go. So yeah, bodes well for Son. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. Oh, bro, I'm not trying to skip your question intentionally. I might do it now, though. Haaland and Semenyo to Saka and Watkins using my free transfers. Nope. Don't do that. Mikalenko has some assists in him. He weren't bad, was he? Wasn't bad. Start Mavididi or Rodgers. Mavididi. Smith Rowe, keep it or sell next week to Semenyo. I'd probably look to maybe sell next week. I'll probably look next week. We actually only need one more subscriber to hit 10.2. Which would be nice. Be nice. Obviously hitting 10k on... When did we hit 10k? Sunday. So we've gained 200 in a week. It's good. It's good going at the moment on the channel. Obviously, there's Champions League content going to be out over the weekend. Of course, we will have a Champions League stream on Tuesday as well. Plenty more FPL content coming your way as well as always. And then we will have the video out on the second channel once we've got back from Latvia as well. So lots coming your way in terms of content. So very lucky. And of course, I will be back next week as well with the FPL streams and stuff like that. So yeah, keep your questions coming in, guys. Bench 1 of Johnson, Foden, and Buemo Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, he's supposedly not playing. It's going to be Gakpo on the left. So there's that one. Bench 1, Vardy, Raul, Solanke. Oh my days. Probably would be Solanke. Should I play Gavardio, Livramento with no Arsenal attackers or Martinez? Start Solanke or Brennan Johnson? Probably Brennan Johnson. He's in a little bit better form at the moment, isn't he? Solanke to Raul, Gabriel to Konate, and Foden Salah for a -4. I don't actually mind that for a -4, you know? I'll probably do it. I'm so worried about Cunha injuring himself in the middle of the good fixtures. Him and Pedro, you might... Yeah, I would absolutely hate that. Sell Gavardio, unless I got team news, I probably would hold. Nothing as of yet in terms of those team news though. We've got about 20 minutes, so maybe we'll get something. I don't know. I hope that's not playing Twitter videos now. I hope not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is. Let me know if it is playing Twitter videos, by the way, and you can't actually hear me anymore. I hope not. I do hope not. Probably around 16 or 18, I think, were the other weeks I've kind of had a look at as well. Team for this week: Forts, Raya, Trent, Porro, Collins. Not bad. It's not a bad team. Wood or Raul. Longer term, I'd actually want Raul Jimenez. Yeah, I'd want Raul Jimenez. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. About 20 minutes to go, guys. We've been streaming for hours, by the way. Genuinely hours. We've been live since 7:45. It's been a long one. But, yeah, we're getting around to it. This game week, still Raul, probably. Bum, 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 bum. Absolute legends, everybody that's been in today's stream as well. Heroes. Love you all. Would you start Porro or Fast this week? Porro, I think, for the money you're paying for him. What do you think about benching Palmer to Solanke? No. 20k to come soon, baby. Well, we're hoping we can hit... what's it called? I hope we can hit 15 by the end of the year. That'd be great. Probably going to be Bowen out of all those ones you've suggested there. Forest are pretty good defensively. You might as well keep Trent for this week, but yeah, and Puemo probably is going to be one of those players that I still think this is probably the last hop on point, isn't it, for him really, because of how good he's looking. Like for the next 5, he could be a very, very easy hold. Thoughts on Captain Raul? No. Salah, Haaland, Palmer are your best shouts this week. Yeah, man, we'll take a cheeky look at your team. We'll take a cheeky look. Help bench 1, Rodgers, Havertz, ESR or McNeil. Probably McNeil with him being a bit of a doubt. There's your bench. Here it is. Wildcard or Eze to someone or roll or a -4. I mean, I think you could even look at it this way, right? You could roll and the team's fine for this week, take 2 into next week, and obviously start to build your transfers up. But I'm guessing you're wildcarding in 12, right? If you've got it in the back pocket. Or you could wildcard this week and build the team that you want to have. So have Palmer, have Haaland, have Salah going forward and get ahead a little bit on the price rises. So I think you've either got a choice here. You could roll or wildcard. And I think the benefits of the wildcard could be is it could get your team nice and set up. It means you can bank some transfers for the next few weeks if there are injuries over the international breaks. And it gets you the players that you want in for that 12 kind of fixture swing as well. Removes these 2 injured boys as well. And then gets you Salah as a maybe a captaincy option as well for this week. So yeah, just maybe one to consider there. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Anybody? Someone has messaged me to say Gabriel starts, but they've been wrong a couple of times, says Andy. So take of that what you will. Take of what you will. Not like confirmed 100%, definitely 100%. But yeah, maybe, mate, if you feel like you could be potentially priced out of a few moves, could be worth just considering it. What do you think of this team? I want to make some changes soon. Haaland, Welbeck, Palmer, Salah, Diaz, Buonanotte. Diaz is probably one that you're going to have to remove very soon. And yeah, not having Salah could be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I think I would. Or you could either go without Haaland. I do think this free premium structure is going to be the better way to go about it. Is Guardiola sell? Probably not unless we get confirmed news he's out. Yeah, we're going to take a look at your team in a second, mate. We're going to take a look at your team in a second. I'm down bad. Do I play João Pedro or Konza? I don't think João Pedro will play, so I'll probably play Konza. I'm down bad. We're close to 150 likes as well on today's stream. So, guys, if you are enjoying it, make sure, of course, you are hitting that subscribe button. Massively appreciated by me, and the like button as well. That'll obviously help it out. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Any defender apart from Porro, Gabriel, Gvardiol, or Mikalenko, please? I mean, 8 Nuri. It's a player you've not mentioned there, and probably going to be one of the best players this week. We do have 15 minutes till the deadline, guys, so keep your questions coming in. I'd start Gvardiol. I'd start him. Hi, I have a bench headache. Start 3. I bench Archer and Harwood Bellis. Done. Start Gabriel or Aina. Start Gabriel. Visser, Raul or Cunha. Cunha for me. I probably would want Jackson more over Watkins over the next few. Is a -4 for Jackson and Saka worth it? Depends who you're taking out. Gabriel. I'm not answering that political question. Nope. Straight out of the chat. Flies out of the chat. There we go. Let's have a look. AA1. Murik. Oh, honk. Yeah, I mean, you've got the big boys in here, haven't you? Evan Nilsson's not great. Not on penalties either. It's some honky picks in here. Really, really, like some honkies. But at the same time, you've got Palmer, Salah and Saka who could massively... Like, all of these guys could drag you out of the mire, really. Thoughts? Aina to Ran, done. Only 1 free transfer. Rodgers could start ahead of McNeil, but the McNeil fixture is tempting. That makes sense then, if you want to go for that. The rest of the team looks really, really good, mate. Thank you for enjoying the stream. Appreciate that, mate. I do appreciate that comment. Nothing as of yet. In terms of any sort of team news. Nothing as of yet. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Yeah, I just did through all the teams. Maybe just make sure you are dropping me a follow. Sometimes they don't pull through immediately. Oh, yeah, if you're taking out Havertz and Diaz, yeah, that makes sense then, that -4. Start 3, Dallo, Nuri, Lewis, Gabriel. Gabriel, Nuri, Lewis for me. Probably going to be the ones. Yeah, soon at 5.4. But Ruth has been playing really well in that 10 role. You might regret it, like, because there are really, really good players in there. You might come to regret it, but at the same time, you might not. They could all work out for the best. That's sometimes the way FPL goes. Like I said, if anybody wants any last-minute decisions made up for them by the coin, then let me know and we'll whip the coin back out. Do I think Everton will score against Southampton? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm hoping it's that man that's in my starting squad, Dominic Solanke, that gets the goal, but I've been hoping that for weeks and it's not really happened yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I've just checked my phone. FPL Tony has just retweeted. Tweeted, sorry, should I say. If it filters through. It's not filtering through. No, where's he gone? It pops up on my timeline on my phone. Has he just deleted it? Genuinely, has he just deleted a tweet? I think he's just deleted a tweet. Because look. I can show you on my phone, right? That's the tweet he just put out. Gvardiol owners, who's the first on your bench with an X? If I go to his profile, right, on Twitter, not there. Not there. This is a troll. This looks like a troll. Yeah, this is a troll. We've been done in, haven't we? We've been done in. Different amount of followers on this one, so yeah, that's a troll. Ignore me. Ignore me. That's a troll one. We've been trolled. We've been done in. Live on a stream. We've actually been done in. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Havertz and Solanke to Cunha and Vissa, only one of these for the 2 moves. Yeah, I like both of those moves. I do like both of those moves. I think though just selling Solanke before Ipswich could be a mistake, but I think if I had him, I would look to move off him. I probably would go Johnson ahead of Mavididi, but it's a good fixture for the Leicester this week, isn't it? It is a good fixture. Ipswich are crap. But so are Leicester. They're not much better. Is Wood a good captain pick? No. Not in the slightest. Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? It does look that way. Absolutely riddled me. Absolutely riddled me. I was like, luckily though, that's why I've got the feed just to monitor like actual reliable ones rather than just get done out by that again. But yeah, there we go. We've got 10 minutes till the deadline, guys. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's stream. We've been live for over 3 hours, by the way. And if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what will. We're closing in on 150 likes, by the way. So if you do enjoy today's stream, make sure to hit that like button as well. If you're new around here as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as always. And yeah, good luck this game week, I guess. Cunha or Vissa or Son to Palmer? I would probably want to keep Son because, yeah, next game week for captaincy would be the reason I'd want to keep Son. Nothing in terms of team news either at the moment. So yeah, that's how we're currently leaning. Nothing in terms of team news. Start 2 out of the 3. Solanke, Johnson. I'd probably go Johnson and Smith Rowe. 150 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah. 41 points last week. Horrible. Oh, Jess, that's a stinker. Ask the coin, do I go to town tonight? Alright. Tails, you don't. Heads, you do, baby. Let's have a flip of this bad boy. Tails, I'm sorry. It's a night in at home. Night in at home for you, Andy. Our Stag's going to win today. We're not playing today. So that's a good start. Good start there, Peter's Pie, isn't it? But yeah, I hope we win tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've been to a game. Do I play Rodgers or McNeil? I play Rodgers. I play Rodgers. It said no time for you tonight, basically. Yeah, I think Son is going to start. There was a video of him entering the training pitch, tweeted out by Spurs. So yeah, I think he'll start. Ask it again. Do people really need to go out tonight, and is it dependent on the coin? I mean, it's a great weekend to be going out, Halloween weekend. What do you mean, Gvardiol or Kane? There is no Kane. What's my rank? 2.8 mil. Cartels. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Have a look. Have we got anything? Nope. FPL Focal did Solanke to Cunha. That's about it. Oh, I think he means Keane, doesn't he? I think he means Keane. I'd probably play Gvardiol. Keane, there we go. Yeah, I'd probably still play Gvardiol and hope for the best. Bench Ruta or Savinho? Probably Ruta would be the one I'd bench. We've got about 6 minutes till the deadline, guys. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's deadline. Is Darwin too risky? I reckon he starts the next 2 games. After that, no. But Darwin's always one of those. If you wildcard in 12, it could be a fun pickup. Lewis, Canate, Gvardiol, done. I sent an idea of my wildcard team. Let me have a look for you, mate. Let's have a look for you. Thoughts on the wildcard? 8 Nuri, Lewis, Vandenberg. Oh, mate, this is a sick wildcard. Lad, this is a class wildcard. Genuinely, a really, really good wildcard. I like this a lot. I genuinely like this a lot, mate. I think this is great. Yeah, I'm genuinely a big fan of that wildcard. Big fan of that one, mate. That looks good for the weeks ahead. It really, really does. I'm a big fan of it. I mean, you go with you. Like, if you... It's still early in the season. Like, I know you've got a steady lead over people in your mini league, but you do you. Like, whichever player you're feeling more. I've gone with Salah because Brighton's defence is worse than Bournemouth's. That's the reason I've gone with it. Salah's also better for projected points for this week, so yeah, that's why I've gone with it. What 4.8 million defender would you buy? 8 Nuri, done. There you go. I mean, if you've got 4.8, I think you already have. You have 8 Nuri, don't you? I'd be tempted maybe with like a... Ooh, who would I have? Who's not in here? Maybe a Bournemouth defender. They've got some good fixtures coming up, mate. A Bournemouth defender or a Brighton defender could be the ones in that last slot that rotate around nicely with the other ones. Should I captain Palmer? I think for me the ideal option is either Salah or Haaland this week. But you go either way. You go either way, I guess. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have, let me know. Ha! Sunday's a better night out in Dublin anyway. Love that. Start Strand Larson or Rodgers. And do I know if McNeil will play? I don't have anything on McNeil, unfortunately. Nothing confirmation-wise from McNeil. Rate my team. Jessica. Few injuries, but you've got a bench to cover it, so I think you'll be fine. Nothing else in terms of team leaks. Start Mikalenko or Rodgers? Probably Mikalenko. Best striker between 5.7 and 7? Cunha for me. I reckon Wood will start. I reckon he'll start. I don't think he'll get the full 90. Depends if Branthwaite starts. Branthwaite could very easily start this game. I was shocked to see him in the FOTMob one. I was shocked. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got about 2 minutes till the deadline. Yeah. Salah or Haaland, captain, mate. As you can see, I've gone with Salah. Again, both are very, very tight calls for this week. Both are fantastic options to go for. Each to their own, I guess. If you want to have a little coin flip on it, we already did earlier, and it came out Salah, so that's the way I'm going with this one. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, do let me know. Do let me know which way you are potentially swinging with your team this week. We've got about 2-ish minutes left of today's stream, and then we're going to round it up. But there will be videos out later tonight, so all good stuff. All good stuff. Nothing in the press, but do you think Wood will start? He's in the FOTMob predicted lineup, and I do think he might start. Again, still nothing in terms of those... Nothing in terms of reliable team news or anything like that. Apparently Gabriel starts. Teams news and tricks. There we go. Who was like the guy last year or the year before. So there you go. Gabriel starts for those that have been wondering. Apparently Gabriel starts. So if you've got him, keep him. Never go against the coin. The coin was wrong last week. We've got about 1 minute probably till the deadline, guys. Obviously that news did break that Gabriel should be fine. So I reckon we're all good in that regard. Play Smith Rowe or Raul. Probably play Raul for me. Play Villa Zonana or Winks. Or hit for Salah in, Haaland out. Probably just play one of those two. By the time anybody asks me a question, probably the deadline has already passed. So make sure you have got your teams locked and loaded for this game week. Saliba or Alex Moreno, probably would go Saliba on that one. But like I said, we will be live again later this week. We'll be live probably Sunday, actually. We'll be live tomorrow. Of course, we'll have all the transfer targets video out and stuff like that later tonight as well. Plenty of content coming your way as always, guys. As always. I play Onana, mate. I play Onana. Oh, dear. Probably about 30 seconds till the deadline, guys, so make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded for this game week. Best of luck, everyone. Yep, best of luck this game week, guys. Make sure you're getting those teams locked and loaded. The clock has just ticked over. Oh, knocked my laptop over. It just has ticked over till 11. I'm going to refresh the game, and that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Boom. Another deadline done. Another deadline done. So yeah, I hope everyone had. It's fine, mate. If you played Winks, yes, Jeff. That wildcard team was actually really good, mate. By the way, I hope it comes off for you over the next few weeks. But yeah, I'm probably going to leave it there, guys. Like I said, I've been streaming for close to 3 hours. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for everybody that's been in today's stream. There will be a video out very, very shortly once all the games are finished today, and then of course there'll be a knee-jerk reaction stream tomorrow, video out on Monday, Champions League videos as well, and then of course a stream on Tuesday as well. But that's going to call it from me, guys. Thank you very much for today. Everyone's been absolutely immense in the chat, and good luck to everybody in game week 10.